Welcome. We're back on One Mic Media, and we are here today to discuss the NFL football season, Week 7, to give our usual takes and results, our hilarious content, along with some real poignant football insight. I could not do this any week without my great crew, and had to have them back on here. Let's bring out now a part of the actual Beyond the Trenches, a regular member, my man Daryl. What's going on, Daryl?
What up, Mike? How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? Happy to have you, man. Part of the team, man. I really appreciate that, man. Next year we'll get you started from the beginning, count your record up on our pick'em and stuff like that, and we'll be good to go. Maybe get you a T-shirt too on Mike Media.
Me up.
Next, we got to bring out my guy, man. He he got the most hilarious takes out there. So, and he got the best research too in the building. My man Jeff, what's good, man?
Hey, man, I'm just trying to live in the realm of possibility, man. Anything's possible, baby.
Okay, and this guy here, man, like he want to have a good time on the show. He ready to go, and of course he's gonna be happy about his team win this week. And bringing my man Jordan.
You already know, you feel me? Repping the One Mic Media. Make sure y'all
That's
look
right.
at your hoodies and your tees, man.
Please do. And also we got the last but not least, my guy, a beginning, one of the originators, my guy Toby. What's going on, Toby?
What's going on, guys?
All right.
Man.
All right, guys. So we what's up, Toby?
Nah, I was talking to Doug.
Oh, okay. All
They got that nickname for him.
Nigerian Nightmare. That's Toby for you.
Toby funny as hell, yeah. But anyway, man, before we get into this NFL season, man, we started this year. Before we got to that, talking about our fantasy league, man. So I want to talk about that a little bit because I had a good week. So I don't know why we laughing, man. And again, I don't want to say nothing about my man Daryl. Daryl's official, so we ain't talking about him right now. But let's talk about
I just keep stacking, bro.
Shots out, man. You know what? You on a good win streak, almost as good as mine. But you know what I mean? He doing your thing right now. But it was somebody in here who guaranteed me is gonna beat me. Told me how they've been beating me for years, all this kind of stuff and whatnot. And I just kept real quiet and said, "Bro, you're not going to beat me." And he didn't kind of believe me, but I had to let him know. So I just want to show the people right here the results.
You about to show this?
What happened?
I mean, bro, you can't even be that.
This guy right here last week.
I want y'all to acknowledge how he cropped out the actual players scoring. Let the crowd.
There's no crop out.
Yeah, let's get. Hold on, wait. Since you like contests. Get some context to what happened.
Yeah, you gotta
get
some
context to what
context,
happened. Since you like context so much.
Listen, man, all I know is the last score was my team won, and as you can see, I'm in sixth. I'm in second place, and he's in sixth place. 2 games up. Kind of like my Steelers are above his Raiders. So it's kind of like similar, actually, to watch the season. But I got another guy this week who swears he's going to beat me coming up. And he would have got no chance because his team.
I ain't gonna beat you. I'm gonna blow you out.
But
I ain't gonna beat you. I'm gonna blow you out, bro.
But just in case, he thought he had a chance. Let's just look at the standings real quick. So we got me right here. That's me, right?
You can't see it right now.
Oh, you can't see it right now. Hold on.
I'm Bishop Sycamore. I'm at the bottom right now. We gonna make a comeback.
Before we go, I want the audience to know, right? I got Bijan Robinson. He was my number 1 pick, and we all know what happened.
That was crazy.
But that was cheating, bro. They cheated. That was some collusion.
That's
And
why
that's
they
why they're gonna
getting
investigate, bro. I do
investigated.
not believe that. They all connected.
I mean, I ain't gonna hold you. He did
That's
look.
what I believe, bro.
I ain't gonna hold you. They did show a little video. It was like a little funny ass clip, like his highlights, but it was just him warming up. But he didn't look right. Like he
They gotta
looked
put
like
it. They gotta put it on the
Bro,
report or
he took
something.
the
Like
Yeah. I would have
He took a rush
started
at the
James
end,
Cook.
bro.
like he looked like he was sick. You know what I mean? He looked like he was sick. They say he wasn't feeling
Killed
good.
us with that. Shout out to DraftKings, man. Look, we own stock in DraftKings when they first hit the market.
Nah,
That in
facts.
2003, we had that
DraftKings.
on lock. Shout out to them
Fuck.
for giving people their money back for that.
I won't say fuck FanDuel just in case you get sponsored by them, bro. But they
Yeah.
did some bullshit.
Yeah, don't
They
ruin
should
our
have.
money.
They should have. They definitely should have gave me my money. Now, what really messed it up was DraftKings. That was really like some real shit that they did. Like that was some real shit. FanDuel did some bullshit. The only reason why they did that though was because he got that fucking carry. he got that carry at the end. That's why FanDuel was giving us that.
And they if he line up the field goal. That's why I was hot.
And if he ain't logged nothing, they probably would have avoided that shit. If he ain't get no carry, no nothing, they would have avoided that.
Well, let me get back to what I was doing. Let's talk about these standings right here. So, as you can see, that's me at the top right here, number one. We got Jeff way down here. But way down here at the bottom, you see Jordan right there. I'm 11. And that's the guy who think he's going to beat me this week. So, I just want the people to know that he would have got
I just want the people to know from 6 to 11, that's 5 teams. If my math is accurate, everybody's 3-4. So I just want the people to know that it's a pretty competitive league. Things happen. It's tight. If you miss if you make a bad decision, it could cost you a game. I made a couple bad decisions. It could
about to cost you
a couple decisions. The Falcons cost Jeff a game. You know what I'm saying?
Well, y'all are all 3-4. I'm 5-2 up here. So I'm here with these guys. So, but I feel what you're saying, though, bro.
And you ready to go 2-5 rest of the
year. Easy. Out.
But we're gonna see about that. But I had to, because Jeff kind of was all right, but I had to let people know and whatnot.
I should have won.
Yeah, that was cheating.
That was crazy.
I admit that's a little
if they would have came out at 12:50, it's like, yo, he's sick. He's not.
I would have changed it up and went to cook.
Yeah,
and been done, and I'd have cooked you.
So why they get one carry though? I'm confused about that.
Bro, I'm not the Atlanta Falcons or Arthur Smith. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
They line up the field goal right up the middle, and I'm like, why you didn't get a ball to Algier? Like, why you gonna give him a one carry? He had 5. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, he had 1 carry for 3 yards. He played 11 offensive snaps. I'm like, bro, this something's up. Like third quarter, I was looking at like 0 catches, 0 carries. Something wrong.
Well, let's move forward, man. Talk about a little football. If we talk about fun, we'll revisit this next week after I beat Jordan and stuff like that. But moving forward, let's talk about the football. So we got last night. No, not last night. Let's go right into Sunday night. Let's start with that because this guy was talking about this game all week. So let's talk about the Eagles and the Dolphins and stuff like that. So just in general, let's start with Jeff. Let's start with Jeff. What's your thoughts on those both of those teams? Not just the Eagles, both of those teams in that game.
Well, I think the Eagles did what they had to do. Granted, it came with context. You had 3 offensive linemen out. You're missing Aknane. Howard is out. Ramsey ain't there. That's a lot of context for you. But listen, the Eagles did what they're supposed to do. They beat who was on their schedule, and they beat who got on the field. Now, look, Jalen Hurts, again, had one of those real ugly interceptions that he continued to pile up. He's got, 7 this season?
I don't know.
6 games.
8
in 6 games. He's starting to come back down to earth. Last year, he was out-of-body experience. He was all-world. And people tend to forget that he had 13 rushing touchdowns to go along with his 38 passing touchdowns and like 3,000 yards scores. But I already knew it was going to be a problem because the Miami Dolphins, they're not used to this northeast cold and wind up here. So I had a feeling that they was going to come into Philly, and kind of play a different kind of game. But the outcome was itself. I mean, I expected the Dolphins to win. Honestly, I didn't even know they didn't have all those offensive line. They had 2 out, and then they lost 1 during the game. Aknane been out, so Mozart getting all the carries. Howard was out. We still ain't got Ramsey back. Not we, but the Dolphins. So, it was an interesting dynamic. I'm happy the Eagles took care of business because or else it would have been even more, reason of conversation to doubt them being the top NFC team or even possibly getting back to the Super Bowl because no NFC team has made it back to the Super Bowl since 1974, and I'm going to keep bringing that to your attention so you can't beat history.
Appreciate you.
And 33 quarterbacks who've made the Super Bowl in their first appearance and lost have never made it back. So I want you to put that in context. Huh?
I'm glad you know how to use Google.
I mean, look, read this fundamental, baby. You know how we get down. Read this fundamental, baby. But the facts are the facts. I mean, guys who've gotten to the Super Bowl and lost their first appearance cannot get back. It's too hard. It's too difficult to do so, and sometimes it hangs over them. So I'm eager to see what the rest of the season holds out. I still don't see the Eagles making it back to the Super Bowl. The Dolphins, now I'm really leery about their entire team now, their entire season. Were they just a blip on the radar? Did they just go early and shoot in the sky, and now they would flame out? But we got another 8 weeks to figure this whole thing out.
All right, cool. Let's bring some levity in. Let's go back to Darryl and give us some nice football analysis between both of these teams and what you saw in that game.
My biggest takeaway with the Eagles, they have the capability of controlling the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball against any team, and like that's kind of like their trump card. And like they can keep leaning on that because we keep seeing like just said, Jalen Hurts turnovers, mistakes. I feel like that pick kind of leveled things out because a couple plays before that, Tyreek Hill he dropped the touchdown, and then that's when the rest also missed that face mask call as
That
well.
blatant face mask, yeah. Go ahead.
So right at that, he threw the pick six, so kind of even things out. But I mean, as far as like the beginning of the game, I feel like the Eagles' D line controlled the game. They could have run the ball. The only thing that really worked for Dolphins was Tyreek speed, which no one had to answer for that. So I mean, with the Eagles, both sides of the ball, they control the line of scrimmage. Most important part of football. So as far as the Dolphins, I don't put too much stock in this loss because the whole season so far, the whole story's been their offense. Like no one's been they haven't been winning because of their start yet. And I feel like once they start to get healthier, we're gonna start to see that more often. So I think I'm not gonna put too much stock in this. They do need to beat a big team. Coming to this game, I wasn't really paying attention to who they beat. They haven't beat no one yet. They got blown out by the Bills and now lost to the Eagles. So they do need to get a big time win. But I'm still confident going forward. The Eagles, they did what they're supposed to do, like Jeff said. But with a team not missing without their top 2 corners, I gotta see more of that as far as Jalen Hurts cleaning things up because if he keep doing those mistakes against a team that can take advantage, it could mess him up in the game.
Okay, Toby, your thoughts, bro.
I'm listening very closely to all of you, by the way. Just know that.
You should be on the
show. I remember I picked the Dolphins.
I think you picked the Dolphins.
I picked the Dolphins. So honestly, I don't know why I picked the Dolphins. Because I've been saying that the Eagles are the best team in the NFC, and I really don't know why I picked against them.
That's
the Dolphins they're from Florida. They're coming over to the East Coast. It's gonna be cold. That's against them, and then the injuries, like I was talking about. And then I also realized that the Eagles are really a physical team, and to me, the Dolphins are more finesse. Physical always to me outweigh finesse. Especially in football when there's a collision sport. Tyreek dropped the touchdown. Eagles defense was playing good. That brought them back into the game. It did level itself out, but then the Eagles dominated. Like always. So I don't know why I picked against them last week. I just messed up my record like that. They're the best team in the NFC still, and Jeff said earlier about history can't be broken. I do believe, and I have seen history be broken before. So, it is possible. It can't happen, but, Eagles, good teams. Dolphins, we'll see what happens with them. People earlier were saying Super Bowl. I was never one of those, but we'll see what happens.
All right. Jordan, since you listen to everybody.
Nah, I'd love to hear what you have to say, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, I agree with a few things here. Let me start with the Dolphins. Dolphins, I think that they need some more toughness. I think they'll get more back when they get Ramsey and Howard back a little bit. I think that they gotta have a lot of stuff right, like to play on schedule and whatnot. And when things are not right, they kind of mess up. I do think that their line, because they run more finesse. Just talking about toughness too. So I think that finesse stretch running ain't gonna carry themselves everywhere. So I think that's the issue with them. And of course, traveling. Florida teams don't do good in the north. Stuff like that. So that's like historically like what's the problem with them. So we'll see about them. As far as the Eagles are concerned, I thought this was one of the best defensive games they kind of played all year. Watching it. But like I said in the chat, to bring the context, like Jeff said, Dolphins missing 7 starters, bro. That's a lot of starters, bro, to be missing. Well, I'm gonna say 6.5 because Ramsey played half the game, so they're missing 6. I mean, not Ramsey. I'm sorry, Waddle for half the game. So I'm gonna say 6.5. And I think that definitely did play a part. My issue with the Eagles still is the same thing. I think the secondary, because even though they had a good defensive game, Bradbury still got cooked. You know what I mean? And I still saw, like Jeff said, if Cheetah catches that touchdown, that's another 30. That's 120 yards for him. Easy, 88 or 11 catches. So I feel like that's like still a big problem with them. Even though I guess the safety will help him out. I don't know about the corner. And then Jalen Hurts, bro, got 10 turnovers in 7 games. That's wild. And 8 picks. That's crazy. So I feel like that. And I said for the game 1, he definitely regressed. But I agree with you, Toby. They are the best team in the NFC right now. You know, there's no question about that.
All those picks and they keep winning.
That's true.
That D line crazy, man.
The D line is crazy. No. And the O line is crazy though. Especially,
the O line is crazy too.
The O line crazy too. Exactly.
That fourth quarter drive, them 2 touch pushes, like nothing you can do.
And to Daryl's point, it wasn't just the tush push. They had a 7-minute drive in the fourth quarter. You know what I mean? Because the O line be so good, so they're able to close out games. But if Jalen don't clean up the turnovers, they're gonna be a problem down the line. So I feel like that they're top team in the NFC. It was definitely one of their most best wins. I thought the defense played better than they have been playing. That's my thoughts. Go ahead. You up?
Well, for one, I just want to tell everybody who's watching, everybody but me picked the Dolphins. So, you know, I don't know. Y'all tell me.
We got a whole spot for pickles, bro. We'll get to the pickles later on.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever. So, you know, listen, the bottom line is you take a fish out of the water and they fucking die. You take a fish out of the water and they suffocate. And that's exactly what we did. But we do that to every fucking team that we play. The only thing is, Mike, I'll say this. You talk about the starters. I hear you. I get it. We had key guys out too, right? But at the same time, the way we play, it doesn't really matter who's really in the game. If you put 2 different corners out there, you put Xavier Howard and you put Jalen Ramsey out there, we can take them out of the game because we can run the ball 50 times. So it really doesn't necessarily matter. I get what you're saying. They're great players. I hear you. The offensive line, them not having their 3 starters, it's a problem, whatever. We're averaging 2 turnovers a game and we're 6-1. The pick that he threw, he should have threw the ball to the ground. It was batted up in the air, and it was catching. He's getting unfortunate interceptions. There's only been about half of those picks that I'm saying, oh, that's
bro. We can't do that though, man.
But every interception is not the same though.
I mean, yes, but the numbers to the number at the end of the day, man. I mean, and you just said he should have thrown it to the ground.
Right.
Yeah, it was a bad decision. He should have thrown it to the ground. He saw it. He tried to force it. I feel like some of those are coming from him forcing it, him trying to live up to the money. You don't have to do that. Be who you were last year. That's how you got paid. So you just need to continue to just be you. You don't need to force it. You don't need to do extra shit. Even though he did make some plays, you know, some nice little plays that you say, oh, okay, that's him. You know what I'm saying? And the thing I always like about him is he doesn't get discouraged. He comes in, he'll make a mistake, but he'll come back and he'll make up for it. Now, in that Jets game, he didn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. We're not going to win every game. There's only been one team that's going on.
They were also missing 2 corners too. The Jets.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, this is what we do. I expected us to win. I didn't expect us to lose against the Dolphins. The Dolphins are still a good team. Can the Dolphins still contend to be a Super Bowl team? Absolutely. Because it doesn't matter if they get the right matchup in the wild card and then they get the right matchup in the next round, they can do whatever because it's a track meet with them. But you see there was 2 defenses that were able to slow them down. You had the Patriots in week 1, or not week 1. I forget what week that was.
But they beat the Patriots, and that
was no, you're right. They did. Yeah. And then you had Buffalo held them to 21 points. Right? Those are teams that can get physical with them. Just like Toby said, just like y'all said, they're finesse. They're not physical. So if you can get physical with them, how you slow down speed, smack it in the mouth a little bit. You jam that shit up, like you said. They're based off of timing and all that shit. So right, if you jam the receivers, they weren't jamming them. They weren't even coming up jamming them because they're too afraid that if they do, they'll just run go routes and run by them. But you got to get physical. You got to get physical with the line of scrimmage. Tua is 1 hitch, 2 hitch, ball out. Right. If that doesn't happen, Tua's a fish. Tua's a deer in headlights.
Yes.
And I hate to say that about him. but he's a deer in headlights. He's not a playmaker. He can't do off schedule.
Off schedule shit. Yeah.
Yeah, he can't do that. So when you play that way against him, he's gonna look like that. Now he still has some good throws. He has some good passes. They got some good shit off. But if you talk about the penalty that they took away from the Tyreek Tud, and then he dropped one. Okay, so you give them 31 points. The game is tied. What do we do? 7-minute drive. We go down the field. We win the game.
This guy. I mean, you never know what happened, bro. I mean, it was a good win. I think one of y'all best of the actually probably y'all best of the season, right? Yeah, I was y'all best of the season. I don't know.
I mean, the Dolphins still 5-2. Let's not get it.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, the Dolphins are still 5-2. The Dolphins are still a good, really, really good team.
They really good at home, but on
really
the road
good
they struggle.
Yeah. But I want to see the Dolphins when they get all those players back too. By the time the playoffs come, it could be a whole different Dolphins. You know what I'm saying? So
but we're also big facts, but they have to have the right matchup. We're not a good matchup for them. We're finesse. We can run finesse and power. They can't do both. We got speed and we got power. They have speed. We have speed.
I don't think y'all
need a big win too, though.
Yes,
they gotta stop beating up on these bum teams.
That's crazy.
They got the
Bro,
Chiefs in a couple weeks.
I don't know, man. I think you're a little bit overselling y'all a little bit. And we'll get to the power rankings.
The Eagles can win in any type of way you want them to win.
Yeah, but what they averaging? 23 points a game?
That could be finesse. That could be finesse. That could be physical. If you watch the Washington game, we didn't run the ball all up and down the field. Jalen threw for 300 yards. That would be it doesn't matter. It's finesse. It wasn't the regular shit.
I don't know, man. But let me move forward, man. Let's talk about since you brought them up, how the Bills beat them. Let's talk about the Bills. The Bills actually lost to the Patriots. I should have put that on the damn pick'ems last week, but Bills lost to the Patriots, and but hold on. Shout out to my guy Mac Jones, who actually had a good game and beat up on Josh Allen for like the third time, by the way. And Mac was doing his thing, but. They did lose, and let me start with you this time, Daryl. What's going on with the Bills, and in that game? How you felt about that?
For me, with the Bills, they got away with works for them. Like ever since going to London and getting some injuries, they lost their mojo. Like after that first Jets game, he was running the football, and the defense was playing amazing, like creating turnovers left and right. Now with the defense, unfortunately, with the injuries, I don't think they're gonna get back to that level. But as far as like running the football, like through 5 weeks, I think James Conner, he was like top 5 in rushing, and then they just got away from that to what they always do as far as like pass happy, and not just pass happy, just only looking at digs. Like you getting double, triple coverage. Josh Allen still trying to get on the ball, and that's creating a lot of 3 and outs, a lot of more opportunities for the offense to make plays. And again, with the defense missing some guys, that they taking a step back and allowing like Patriots offense was non-existent up until this game. Like Mike Jones 25 to 30, like definitely wasn't expecting that. As far as the Bills, I'm definitely worrying about them because I don't think they're going to overcome the injuries on the defense, and if they're going to just keep getting away, I don't think they believe in their running game. I thought they were going to, like with the way James Cole was playing that started out the year, but I don't think they're going to believe that the running game is going to way to win. I still don't think that.
Shout out to my girl Steph right here. She was talking about the Eagles game. We're talking about the travel for the Dolphins. It's a real thing for Miami to travel, man. It happened for years, but shout out to her though, stuff like that.
But yeah, with the Bills, I'm worried about them. Like throughout the rest of the year, I think the once the Dolphins get healthy, they're going to run away. Not run away, but they're going to take control of this division. And they're gonna be on the road in the playoffs, and I just don't see them getting where they want to be. I think going forward they're gonna end up finishing worse than they did last year, and it's gonna be a lot of questions at the end of the year.
For the Bills, come up from last year, you think?
Yeah.
All right, Toby, what you think about the Bills? What's going on with them, bro? I know you was mad. Do you have them on the ticket, the Bills?
I don't remember, but it was probably with a safe bet, probably like a +8 type shit.
It was +8.5, yeah.
Lions beat that shit anyways, but Bills. I mean, like Joe was saying, I feel like they don't want to commit to the run. They want Allen to do everything. I feel like at some point we gotta come to the coaching. We gotta come to the coaching of this team. I feel like Bill Belichick though and this team, like. The Patriots are always competitive in division to me. They've beaten them before in previous years, I feel like. So, but the Patriots this year have been horrible. I mean, and Mac Jones, played probably like his best game of the season against the Bills. But like when it comes to the Bills, I mean, I never really seen them being better than the Chiefs, so I really never see them as contenders. They're down there with like they're gonna be competing with maybe Cincinnati. I think Cincinnati's probably better than them too. You they have injuries on defense, but I mean they're gonna go to the playoffs. They're gonna do what they're gonna do. But come on, like seriously, the Bills aren't really gonna win the chip, especially with Patrick Mahomes in the way. They're not. I don't think they're gonna do it. And Allen, it's too much on the shoulders. I feel like they rely on him too much. It's not gonna work at this point. So they'll be good, but I never expect them to do, go crazy.
We'll have a conversation a little later about elite QBs, but let me get to Jordan because he thinks one is elite QB. But what's going on with the Bills, Jordan?
Well, I think one they lost a lot on defense. Like I said last week, they got a lot of injuries to key positions, key players. That's pivotal. Milano, White, a couple of defensive linemen. That's serious. Those are your best players on defense. I think this is a little bit more about the Patriots. We know what their defense can do. They were able to run the ball a little bit, and Mac didn't turn the ball over, which is what people envisioned for the Patriots coming into this season. That's why there were high hopes on the division. But obviously, with the way they looked and then knowing Aaron Rodgers for the Jets, that's kind of been sort of an afterthought, I guess. But I think it's a little bit more about the Patriots. You get the Bills have had a little bit of a rough stretch, and you might not think that because of the records of the teams that they played. Right, Toby's looking at me like I'm crazy, but they lose in London, right? They come to New York Monday night.
It was in Buffalo.
Oh, that was in Buffalo. Excuse me. Yeah, you're right.
It is in New York, but it wasn't the Giants.
Yeah, well, yeah. Sorry, yeah. But and the Giants, I mean, they were caught off guard. The Giants came to play, and then you go, and then you squeeze out of there with a win. You know what I'm saying? But then I think in all reality, I think if the Giants and Patriots go up, I would take the Patriots. So they play a better team. You know what I'm saying? Where they haven't been playing well, they lost these starters on defense, and this is kind of how shit happens. You know what I'm saying? This is shit that happens to a good team. I still think they're a good team. Could they go and make a Super Bowl run? Of course.
The Bills?
Yeah, I think. Okay, all
right. I know you're talking about.
They have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. They have one of the best receivers in the league, and if they can get some of those players back on defense, why not?
All right. How about you? What's your thoughts, Jeff, on the Bills? And I guess can they make a Super Bowl run? That's another question.
Nah, I think the Bills are fool's gold. Just if we're looking at the first 8 games of the season, I mean their wins are not against quality teams. They beat the Raiders and they beat the Washington Commanders back-to-back games. They flew over to London, lost to the Jaguars, came back and barely beat the Giants because if Waller catches that touchdown at the end of that Giants game, we're not even talking about them winning because they take another L. Now they did spank the Dolphins, which is that interdivision thing, and they was looking to go ahead and tromp the Dolphins because the Dolphins had just put that 70 burger on Denver, so they was probably salivating at the chance to kind of get back to them. Again, Josh just turns it over too much. And the problem with him and going to Steven is to going to Diggs is the problem that Diggs is going to complain if he doesn't get the ball. So then you got to worry about the character and the the camaraderie of the team. If he's going to complain about not getting it, Josh Allen isn't mind strong enough to say, "Look, bro, I'm going to the open guy." Now, granted, last week against the Patriots, it was another division game. And the Patriots typically do have their number because that NFC East, they know each other really well. They've been playing against each other really well. Diggs was held to like 58 yards. He did have a touchdown, but he had like 9.6 yards a catch. And Bills going to definitely take away your best option. The Buffalo Bills have yet to commit to the running game. Yet has James Cook had a 20-carry game. Yet has anyone other than, besides Murray getting touchdowns, they're not producing high volume or high yardage games in the run game. So they're going to struggle. Josh Allen, I mean, listen, 99 turnovers since 2018. 99. 67 interceptions, 32 fumbles. Like, that's a lot of handling the pigskin, And when you turn the ball over to the other team, you take opportunities out of your own team's mouth. I do think that they need to fire Sean McDermott, though. I think it's time for him to go. Typically, what I've seen in the NFL, you have a good quarterback, and Josh Allen is a good quarterback. Sometimes they get held back by that coach that they had from when they first came in. And I think that's where he stands right now. He isn't propelling him to the next level. He isn't holding him accountable. You haven't heard anything in the media of McDermott saying, look, Josh Allen got to take care of the ball better. Everything is always like coddling Josh Allen, and it's not benefiting him in the long run. So what we need to see going forward is we definitely need to see more running. And as far as the injuries, you're right. They lost Davis White. They lost Milano. They lost key cognitive parts on each level of their defense, and that's going to impact you. But when you have a quarterback with the capability of Josh Allen, you should be able to win some games. He should be able to pull you through some games. And it doesn't look like that's happening. So I see the Bills making the playoffs. Again, they are very inferior to the Chiefs, even, with all that we've had and seen from the past playoffs. So I don't expect them to go to the Super Bowl. And again, like I said, the Patriots are really good. We should have bet this game. Bill going for his 300th win. Come on, that should have been locked and loaded. We should he's gonna get that one against the Bills. And ironically, a side note, National Tight Ends Day. I think every tight end you could probably imagine went over 50 yards. So next year, National Tight Ends Day is October 27th. I got it saved on my calendar. Please make sure we bet 50 yards for the elite tight ends every game next week. Next year.
All right. I kind of agree with everything everybody said, but I don't think the Bills are cooked yet though either though. I don't know. So I think it's Diggs. Darryl would know. Diggs and Allen they come to play. He got them both, stuff like that. And I think that they do got to run the ball more. I do agree with that. That division still could be had. You know what I mean? The Dolphins just lost. That's the big thing about that. And they can get hot. However, Allen does make way too many mistakes for me. He's too reckless. And he's not consistent. He'll have a great game, a bad game. He'll have a bad half and a good half. He's way too up and down for me. That's my problem with him, but we'll get into more of that later.
Look, real quick. Even Jeff said he was waiting for Josh Allen. He should be able to will them to win just with, because of the caliber of player that we say he is, right? He had them in a position to win that game. The defense let them down.
Yeah.
Wait, which game?
The Patriots game.
Bro, you see what he did in the first half?
It doesn't matter.
It does matter, bro.
No, but that's what great quarterbacks do. They make you a race. It doesn't. If you throw 3 picks in the first half and you sit there and we got 2 minutes left and you done brought us back and we up and it's on the defense, you did your job. Fuck them.
Why are we down?
That's on the defense. It doesn't matter. That's not the way this shit is. No, bro.
That's crazy. You put us down. How you going? How you going to beat me up and just say I took you to the hospital though? No, it don't work like that, bro. You put us down.
Hey, man, listen.
That's crazy.
Nah, bro, I did what I was supposed to do, nigga. If I took you to the hospital, that's because I did what I was supposed to do. Because still like that. It doesn't matter. What you mean? Come on, bro. If we down 21-0, you threw 3 picks, and there's 2 minutes left in the fourth, we up 24-21, and the defense is on the field, you did your job.
You put us down. I understand it.
It doesn't matter. We're up. It doesn't matter.
Wait, hold on. What do you think about that, Daryl? I think that's crazy. What do you think?
The defense.
I mean, you is right. I mean, if you causing the reason that we got to come back, that is something you can't ignore it. But at the same time, if you brought us back, now we got to depend on you to finish the job so I can finish the job. So it's
right.
both sides. I felt both sides.
He got them the lead. The Patriots had the ball last.
Without them 3 picks, they might blow the Bills out.
They're right. That's what I'm saying. The 2 picks though. That's crazy, bro. Anyway, his first half was wild. Last 2 weeks, really, honestly, like you said, he got lucky with the Giants or whatever. But let me move forward, man. We got a whole conversation about that coming up soon. But let me move forward to last night, Niners and Vikings, right? So, I heard I was a little quiet, so I'll talk about it more now today. But
Thank you.
Niners lost to the Vikings, surprising loss, I'm sure, for everybody on this panel. We didn't pick that game, though. I guess we should have. But, we saw what happened. They came out, blazing, Kirk Cousins. They went up, Niners couldn't come back. So let me start with you this time, Jordan. What's your thoughts on that game? So that was quiet.
I mean, they got down. Well, they got down a little bit early. Turnover early. You know what I'm saying? So you make a turnover early. They get momentum. Vikings are at home. Kirk Cousins is in a scrub. And then in all transparency, You talk about the Eagles secondary, they just got cooked by Jordan Addison, KJ Osborne, and Brandon Powell. I know the Eagles secondary is better than their secondary. I know. You feel me? So at the end of the day, like, you know, everybody's beatable in the league. You know what I'm saying? No matter how great you are. So it doesn't matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? We see that. We always see that. So anybody can be beat. It's how you beat them. Game plan. You feel me? They had a good game plan. They didn't have Deebo Samuel in the game, but I thought they made Brock Purdy. I think they made him a little bit just like Tua. Take away the run read. Take away the second read. What you gonna do? We've seen him be able to make those plays.
The one read wasn't there. The one read is Deebo.
No, right. But I'm saying, we've seen him be able to make those plays, but in the last couple of games, he hasn't made those plays. That's just what's going to happen, though. He's not, you know.
I would tell my turn. Let me ask you about that game, Jeff. But also, let me just ask the question: is it cause to time panic for the night? They lost 2 straight games now. It's time for them to panic a little bit.
Nah, it's not time to panic. You know, that team is built on all his complementary weapons being there and the play calling from Shanahan being elite because he's an elite play caller. Brock Purdy is really just a gap filler, honestly, in my opinion. Now that we've seen enough, I expected him this game to really show us that he can carry that team. Now, listen, that's not lunch. They still had McCaffrey. They still had Brian Ayuk. They still had George Kittle. Like, he still had enough complementary weapons that a lot of other teams don't have that he could have pulled that game out. Now, to give context to that, Brock Purdy 21 of 32, 72. The interceptions is what you got to take some of that back. If you throw and make the mistakes, all of that 21 of 32, 72, that's a wash because it's all gone. The Vikings really fed the box, too. They shut McCaffrey all the way up. Like, they said, look, we're going to shut this down, and we're going to make Brock Purdy beat us. And that was a really brilliant game plan by Kevin O'Donnell, who now all of a sudden went on a leave of absence from work. So keep that in mind, too, with the Vikings. Kirk Cousins was the $84 million man. He does have these games every once in a while where he can come and he can carve you up real, real good. And it's like he gets up for the games like this, but in other games he just doesn't beat the teams he's supposed to beat. The 49ers, the panic, no, isn't there yet. They're gonna get all those weapons back. They're gonna get Deebo back. They're gonna get everybody back. They're gonna get Trent Williams. They're gonna get all that stuff back. And that's the key thing. Trent Williams didn't even play this game, so that's a big loss on the offensive line.
Yes, yeah, I was gonna mention that too. But
line side, like he's one of the best tackles in the game, so
no
panic there. I like them to get, again, another week in front of us. Brock Purdy's got to prove that he can do this. Good elite quarterback, and I'm not even going to use the term elite. Let's alleviate that from the conversation. Good quarterbacks on good teams win games like this. The Minnesota Vikings are not that good, dog. Their defense isn't that good. Their defense is trash, actually, this year compared to what it's been. Brock Purdy was supposed to win this game, and he didn't. We have to live another week seeing if he can provide and show he's the man for that team.
Toby, what do you feel about the Niners now and after this game and this game in itself?
Overall, I'm not going to take too much from the game because the Niners, to me, are still the second best team in the conference. Brock Purdy, to me, was never an elite quarterback. I don't know why that was ever the case. I don't know if they're going to get I don't know what they're going to do about the quarterback situation. It's still a long season, but the Niners are always going to be competitive. Minnesota played a good game. Kirk played a great game. The defense of the Niners didn't play great. They showed their weakness. It cost them. It cost them when it mattered.
What was the weakness, though?
They was missing a lot of tackles. There was run on them. There was passing on them. Vikings. I'm not gonna lie. The Vikings made some. The one wide receiver Addison made that one play when he ripped the ball away from him. Like that was a good play. But still, it was still different to see Kirk Cousins curving them up. Like you wouldn't expect that. I had Kirk Cousins on my bench. I said Kirk on my bench, TJ on my bench, Madison on my bench. Madison is trash anyways, but
you got the whole team.
He's definitely on my bench now. You trash. It's the Niners, no shot. But I didn't expect the Vikings to win though. But the 49ers showed that they could be had. They could be had, and this is why I always said, even though I hate the Eagles, I have to respect them. They are the best team in the conference.
Yes.
That's how that's.
Yes.
He's from Pittsburgh. He's a Pittsburgh fan, bro. He in the same.
I don't understand why Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I have my reasons for him. I have my reasons. I'm not going to really go into it now.
All right, you don't have to, Toby. You don't have to. Daryl, How you feel about the Niners Vikings and your thoughts on that game, bro?
My biggest takeaway, I love what I saw from the Vikings. They came to play. Like sounds just like with the Eagles, like their offense, their O line and D line can control that game. Going into it, kind of like, but same thing with Toby. Like I sat Jordan Addison. I thought it was gonna be a blowout. Like I thought it would be just an old fashioned primetime Kirk game, and kind of started like that. Like the second throw was an interception. It wasn't his fault, but typically once the Niners turn the ball over, automatic touchdown for Christian McCaffrey. But I feel like the biggest play was Harrison Smith causing that fumble on Christian McCaffrey, like that stopped them from scoring after that turnover, kept them in the game. And the O line was amazing. Like Kirk Cousins didn't get sacked, gave them time just to stay in that pocket and then throw the ball down the field. And with that, I feel like the Vikings they unlocked a weakness for the Niners. I mean, it's asking for a lot. Like you need to have an O line to hold up. You need to have receivers like Jordan Addison. He's special. Like you need to have guys that can create separation, and then you need a guy and a quarterback that can deliver the ball down the field. That's asking for a lot, but I feel like the other top two teams in the NFC at their best, the Lions and the Eagles and the Lions, I feel like they can do that, and they can attack that weakness if they. That's going to keep going for the Niners. But my biggest take, because like with the the Vikings, that's a big win because if you go down 2-5, that's when you start thinking about should we bring back Justin Jefferson? Should we start to
Trade Kirk Cousins,
trade, start to rebuild and stuff? But 8, 3, and 4, they still in that wild card hunt with the Cowboys and the Seahawks and a couple other teams. But that was a big win for the Vikings.
Okay, all right. I feel like it's a lot off that one game that y'all saying. I don't feel like they found no weakness. I just feel like the defense played a bad game. That's what I really feel like. I feel like that Warner and Hufanga and Bosa are still who they are. I think they're gonna be right back next week, shutting somebody down. They still all pros. They still who they are. And Jordan, you know that. I feel like that that Purdy. Now let's get that Purdy because Jeff be all on Purdy or whatever like that. I don't feel like that. I don't want to say this. He's a top 10 quarterback. He's not in the top. He's not one of the top 5 quarterbacks. He's a top 10 quarterback. I think the kid can play. How? You think top 10?
I gotta think about that too.
Oh, take your time. Take your time. Take your time. Make a list when you get a chance. But I think that he's top 10. I think that he was missing Trent Williams, offensive lineman, so he had a lot of pressure on him, like you said before. I think that C-Mac ain't right after last week, and I think y'all give Ayuk too much credit. I think Debo's way better than Ayuk, honestly. I don't know if they use Ayuk right or what, but Ayuk have like.
It's the versatility for Debo to be a running back. That's the catch for Debo.
Ayuk is a playmaker.
Ayuk is a playmaker, but Debo more consistent though.
Debo is better after.
Ayuk is a better all-around wide receiver.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
He's the number one wide receiver.
Better receiver.
He's
the
number one wide receiver.
Hey, what's bro name? The D coordinator for Vikings, the black dude. What's his name? Flores blitzed the most anybody in the league, yo.
They said he was like 57% or something.
Right. Hold on. Yo, Debo out of the backfield off that blitz, he would have been killing them, bro, all game long, bro. So I think that was a big miss for them, yo. And Ayuk wasn't doing that. If you watch it, Ayuk do run routes, but he'll run them like
Ayuk carved them up in the first half and then doubled them for the second half. He didn't get any targets or any catches, bro. Look, bro.
He's the only wide receiver, of course.
No, bro. He's the number one. Go look at the numbers. He's the number one receiver on the team.
Yo, you can't tell me what I watched that he's better than Debo. Like you saw that real wet today. Like
he's not a better player than Debo, bro. I'm sorry, yo. I don't care what you call him, wide receivers.
I didn't say he was a better player.
Okay.
He's a better round wide receiver. He's the number one.
He can't be if he's not a better player.
Yes, he can. Okay, bro. Who's the best player on the offense?
C-Mac.
Okay, he's a running back. He's a running back, right?
Yeah.
Okay, who's the second best player on the offense?
Debo.
He's a receiver and a running back, right?
No, he's a receiver who runs the ball. You act like Debo. You act like they've been running Debo at the backfield his whole career. He just started that like 2 years.
Look. So look, one thing is I gotta say, I respect the shit out of Kirk Cousins because he gets his ass beat every game, and he sometimes always has the Vikings in the game. He's probably one of the most disrespected QBs of the league. Has to be by far. So I got a lot of respect for bro.
I do
Second
too.
of all, how can you sit there and say that they have no weakness and they're a 5-2 team who lost to the Minnesota Vikings?
That is not what
But you
I
can
said.
say that. But you can say that we have a weakness and we're a 6-1 team who beat
You know,
a team
one game
with a winning record.
First of all, that's not what I
Up
said.
5-1.
Hold
That
on,
is
hold
what
on.
you just said.
No, it ain't. I was talking about the defense in particular. I don't think the Vikings
And you,
found
and
it.
you talk about we have okay.
Y'all do. What you talking about? We done seen it for 7 games.
And San Francisco doesn't.
Have we seen it for 7 games? Have we seen him get cooked for 7 games? I'll ask you a question though. We done seen him get cooked by secondary for 7 games, bro. We seen San Francisco get cooked 1 game, and they lost.
And they're 5-2.
Say Ayuk better than Debo. He crazy.
That's
yo.
crazy as hell.
They're 5-2. We're 6-1.
All right, listen. I just said it 10 minutes ago. You're the best team in the NFC, but I think that don't take so much from this loss from the Niners, yo. And I think, and with Purdy, I think Purdy's the real deal. You said in the quote, I think he's the real deal, Jeff. You know what I mean? In my opinion, so we're gonna see how what
Right. No, just to the Debo point, right? They use these players differently.
they
You know
do.
what I'm saying? They use them differently. They're different players. So he's very versatile. But if you line up and say on the out Brandon Ayuk, you're the
Talking
X.
that bullshit. That's why you talking.
The number one.
You know that bullshit.
The guy on the outside, I need you to beat my guy. Brandon Ayuk is that guy. You're
Only reason I said that because somebody, that wasn't you, but somebody said they still had Ayuk. I think Debo's more important than Ayuk. However you want to put it.
No, he is, but Ayuk is the number 1 receiver on the team.
Okay, that's fine. But Debo's a more important player. I'm telling you, and
And
I
a better
think
player.
and a better player, and I think you would have carved that blitz up that Flores throws all the time, in my opinion. But that's
He's a bigger. Debo Samuel is a bigger Percy Harvin, slower.
right.
That's what he is.
I think he would have when they would have blitzed him, he would have took 3-4 yard outs, 15-20 yards because of who he is.
He's
And
physical. His yak is crazy.
and we got the
Brandon Ayuk can yak. You're crazy. Bro.
Not
not like
Debo.
Debo.
He
It's-
take a bubble
it doesn't
screen
mean-
75 and break 3-4 tackles, bro.
Brandon
That
Ayuk,
is
if
different.
Brandon Ayuk, if you gave Brandon Ayuk, I've seen him take a bubble screen 40 on the Eagles,
But
and
not
hurdle
breaking
a nigga.
4 tackles,
And
bro.
hurdle a nigga. What you mean, bro?
Debo breaks tackles like a running back, man.
Bro, I hear you.
Let me move forward, man. But Niners still second best team. Not time to panic yet. As far as what you said, Jeff, about seeing Purdy, he out next week, so we ain't gonna see Purdy. So they got Sam Darnold playing. We're gonna see what Jordan said
Nah, he
about
not
see
out
how.
yet. They ain't
No, he
declared
out. No, he out, bro.
He out.
Yeah.
They said he out.
Yeah, he out. Yeah.
NFL Network bet update. They start him. They had him
I
start.
said it right. I said it.
We're both gonna
All
carve
right,
them
call
up.
them.
Yeah,
Bro, I'm pretty sure.
As a matter of fact,
I'm
the
pretty
line
sure.
the line changed. It was 5.5, now it's 3.5 with the Bengals. So line already changed in that game. But
Sleep on Darnold.
yeah, I don't know.
I'm sleeping
Take a
on
whole
Darnold.
nap on him.
He's up sleeping on Darnold.
We're definitely losing that game.
Take a
I got
whole
it.
nap on
They
him.
get Trent Williams back. They get Debo Samuel back. I ain't sleeping on damn Sam Darnold. I bet you Sam Darnold got more talent than Brock Purdy.
Yeah, he had more. I think he
I
was
can guarantee you
he
that.
was more talented, coming out of
He's
college.
a more talented
What?
player.
What?
Sam Darnold is the more talented player than Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
What he see in Ghosts when he was in New York? Like that's what
Like,
be wild.
what?
Yeah.
It was a
What's wrong with this
psychological
guy,
thing once you get into the league. Some
If
people
you
don't
line the
have it
both of them up,
mentally, bro.
you throw the ball, you run a race.
Mm-hmm.
Sam Darnold.
Yeah, I agree with
That's
Jordan on
more
that.
talent. That's more talent.
What he number 1 pick or something like that?
Yeah,
number
yes.
2 is.
Yes.
He like on his 15 though.
He's a more talented quarterback than Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy makes
He what Jeff?
better because
He's like on his 3rd or 4th team.
He is.
Like, what team he gonna light it up on?
You're probably right, Jordan. They probably will compete, but I still got Cincy winning. But they
Me
probably
too.
because
I just think-
49ers are a good
Shanahan
team overall. but
Shanahan
they're
might light 'em up.
They probably
Shanahan
put
is the
them
key
there.
here. His
Yeah,
play
exactly.
calling, how he sets
Exactly.
everything up. He can make probably or Darnold look like Purdy, but I don't think they're equal. He's
Okay.
smoother, Purdy smoother.
Okay, all right. Well, let me talk about another game that we bet. Lions and Ravens. I don't think nobody, especially Toby, I don't think nobody saw this one coming. But
I'm pretty sure I picked. I'm pretty sure I picked the Ravens. But
okay, well, yeah, maybe you're right. But Ravens, we'll see. Ravens Lions. Ravens did blow them out, 38-6. and I'm not happy. Well, I don't know. It's weird. I'm NFC North team, so I won't be happy. But I also got the Ravens over 10.5, the future bet. So I'm looking pretty good right now. But anyway, talk about the game with me, Jeff. Ravens Lions, man. What happened in that game to the Lions, who were 5-1, and we think about the Ravens right now?
Ravens look good. Lamar really like Lamar showed me why he should have got paid. Like that was a real good 300-yard, 3-touchdown game from Lamar. Not he was just electric. I mean, he was on point with everything. I ain't see no balls in the dirt. You know what I'm saying? From him having a clean pocket, he looked real good. The defense of the Detroit Lions really stayed on the bus. The Ravens, their defense is starting to get better. They got Marlon Humphrey back, which I think was a big plus for them. They needed some cornerback help. They're always going to have good pass rushing with the guys they got up front. The middle linebackers are always great. Queen and those guys. You're never going to count those guys up. Roquan Smith. And it's a really good play calling. Todd Monken, that was his best play calling game to me this season, being the coordinator of the Ravens. I haven't seen anything better. And I just think the Lions just took a hiccup. You know, I don't think they're any worse. I just think they just got beat that game. They got their ass whooped that game. That's just really what it was. Like the Ravens just came out and punched them in the mouth. I heard in other media networks that, you know, they were comparing, seeing Jared Goff was better than Lamar, and I think Lamar probably heard that and they pissed in his grits right there, and that was enough for him. So now I don't see the Ravens scoring 38 again like that. I don't see that seeing regularly. That doesn't seem regularly. I look forward to the next coming weeks. But it was a good win. I think it was just a blimp on the radar. It was just weird against the whole NFL was weird this week. The last 2 weeks it's been mad weird. So I don't find too much stock in that.
Daryl, you ain't talking a while. Ravens and Lions. How you feel about that game? What happened again to the Lions that game?
Kind of like what Jess said. Like that's kind of like a bump in the radar because like just watching how that game started, the only chance the Lions had is if they had a chance to ease into that game, but it didn't turn out like that. Like the first possession, Lamar drives up the field, touchdown. Then Lions get the ball, 3 and out, touchdown again. Next thing you know, they're down 21. Now they one-dimensional. And the Ravens, they can pin their ears back and then just protect the pass the rest of the game. And I mean, with the game starting like that, it's gonna be hard to bounce back. I'm not putting too much stock, but my biggest takeaway, Lamar, I think he's leading the MVP race right now, and Pat Mahomes is right after him. With this game, like with this game, like my biggest thing, like he's so like poised and calm in the pocket, and that's scary because he can take off and run at any moment. Like when he's getting more confident throwing the ball down the field, it's making the defense start to play back, and that's going to just give him free lanes for pick up like 10 yards, keep driving the ball down the field, and I'm worried about them. I mean, I know they're not going to put up this start a game like this and then put up 38 points every game, but the way Lamar is playing, they're going to be a problem. But they can beat anybody the way Lamar is playing like that. The defense is only going to get better if they stay healthy. The Lions, I do feel like once they start to, I think they wasn't able to run the football. That's their calling card. Once they get Dave Montgomery, I mean, Jahmyr Gibbs, he had his best game of his career. I mean, they fed him finally. But once they get Dave Montgomery back, they can lean in on that two-head monster running attack. And then they still got Amon-Ra. He still had over 100 yards. And they still got him. And then once they start to get what's the name, Jameson involved, to get him. I mean, they look for him, but they still haven't, like, him and Jared Goff haven't developed that connection yet. Once that gets going, that's going to be a problem for them. But my biggest takeaway, like for right now, I got Lamar's favorite MVP right now so far. Lamar MVP.
I like that. I like that cold take right there. Toby, Lions Raiders. I'm sorry, not Raiders. They bums. Lions Ravens. I mean.
Lions. Yeah. I mean, I picked the Ravens to win, but I didn't think they was gonna win like that. I think they were gonna dominate the game like that. Lions are missing some players, like David Montgomery. What I put into the game is, I mean, Lions are still a up and coming team. You know, they're still gonna make the playoffs, I believe. You know, they're still good. Ravens showed that they have a good level they can take it to. They can do them all like that. Lamar is up there. He's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. One of the elite quarterbacks, like we talked about earlier in our group chat. But the Ravens are like the third best team in the AFC. So they're gonna do what they gotta do. Lamar got better. He's been throwing from the pocket better. Becoming more of a complete quarterback. So, Lions, playoff bound, and I got the Bills at like 15, and then the Ravens.
All right, hold that thought about the power rankings for later. Jordan, Lions and Ravens, man.
It was. I think I did pick the Ravens as well. You look at the Ravens at home. Lions, we're kind of rolling. And you get a wake up call. So that's kind of what that is for them. They're one of the top teams in the NFC. Who I guess is still trying to figure out how to win a big matchup, I guess, like that. But I mean, they've been on the road, I believe, the last couple of games. They're going on the road against a really good team in Baltimore, and they had Baltimore pretty much had everyone, for the most part healthy, and they sleepwalked it. So shit happens. I don't really think it's I'm not gonna say the Lions aren't a good team. But I think the Ravens are that good because if they can play like that, they can be good about it. So, but yeah, I would say Lamar's probably front running for MVP at this point.
Oh, you too, huh? Okay, we'll get into that in a second.
Say what? What do you say?
Jordan and Daryl said they got Lamar as the MVP frontrunner right now.
Okay. All right, Mike. Talk about your old team, Mike.
My what?
Your old team.
Wow.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
I was saving that one.
Okay. I think Lamar is getting used to that new system. I think he's throwing it well. I think he played like 75% of his passes this year, like with some crazy stuff. Like he really throwing the ball well. He's still running the ball like he always could. He definitely making that money, that they should have made. They're a good team. I'm with Daryl. They solid, man, and they could easily make noise come playoff time, get the Super Bowl. Lions, I feel they still up and coming. Golf is solid, but golf gonna have those games sometimes here and there. I think the Lions gonna be a good playoff team, but probably not go that far this year anyway. But I do feel like the Ravens are somebody to look out for. I don't have Lamar as front runner. I still got Patrick as number one for the MVP, but I got Lamar solid number 2 right now for MVP.
Ravens giving up 97 points this year. That's the lowest in the league.
Correct. What about you, Jeff? Who you got for MVP right now since we're on that topic?
Still going Patty. You got to knock the champ off.
I mean, I don't know how his numbers are too gaudy. Kirk Cousins
Gotta be.
Touchdowns or not.
Who, Patty?
They're not that great. I mean,
he just threw 400 yards on Sunday.
That's
his best game all season. That's his best game the whole year. That's his best game the whole season. Go look at
bro, he's like top 3 in yards right now.
What other quarterback threw 400 this year?
Just go look at the numbers.
Go look at the numbers. He's top 5 in every category. I promise you that.
What other quarterback threw for 400 this year?
Tua did once. So who you got MVP right now, man?
MVP?
Yeah.
Damn. Well, I got MVP.
Well, man, you watch games every week.
I'm gonna go Lamar.
Okay, 3 for Lamar.
This is a buck conventional thought. Okay, I got you. We got you.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. It's not like the Heisman race or anything like that. But I mean, CMC could have got one, but I mean, he did miss. He did.
CMC out.
He's out. I don't think he's really.
He didn't miss a game, but I mean, you think he's out because they lost 2 games.
No, I'm not. I mean, he out of the MVP race. I'm saying he's done.
He's not out of the MVP race to me. I mean,
what?
Nah, he's not. They talking about.
He might be second. He might be second or third. I mean, yeah, that is kind of true. They are giving him people are giving Purdy MVP.
Yeah, they giving Purdy way too much talk.
Whoa.
I've heard it.
Other sports media networks, not One Mike Media. Other sports media networks.
Not One Mike Media.
Purdy in the MVP conversation. Other media networks.
Never.
If I were to give my top 3 right now, I would say Mahomes. But listen, Mahomes and Lamar are neck and neck. Lamar could definitely take it over. Don't get me wrong, and I hope he do for my future. But it's not here and there. But I got Mahomes, Lamar. Number 3 is where it comes in at. Number 3 is fluid to me. Honestly,
It could be CMC.
It could be CMC.
Or
I mean,
you
he
want to
would need
go
to do something.
defense?
Or it could be Tua. I think Tua leading touchdowns.
Tua.
So.
That's
I got
true.
seen
It's
Tua with
actually,
Tua.
it's actually Kirk Cousins right now.
Nah.
No, I'm saying Kirk Cousins is leading touchdowns.
Oh, okay, I got you.
I just want to say this while on the record: the Raiders are second in that division,
We don't care.
and we seventh in the conference.
Didn't somebody tell us the Raiders about to be 4-3 after this week? Didn't somebody tell us that?
Yo, first of all, listen, why Brian Hoyer still got a job and he 0-13 in his last 13 starts is unbelievable to me, bro.
That's crazy.
They should have started Aiden O'Connell.
What was unbelievable was you thought you were going for.
You know what? The pie on your face when the Eagles don't make the Super Bowl this year, I'm gonna deliver that one to your house, bro. Whipped cream and all, bro.
Until then, we're 6-1.
Like Peyton Cole told me, yeah, nigga, birthday just mush the nigga in the face. You mush the kick? Yeah, mush the nigga in the face, bro.
And until
Bro,
then, we'll be
listen, I hear you about Hoyer, and while we on that game, well, I'm gonna get real quick because they were talking about the Raiders for a long time. Y'all still give 30 points on defense though to Chicago. You know what I mean? I'm just saying, like, so.
Undrafted.
Offense don't get going.
The coach got to get fired after that.
That coach is horrible, bro. I'm sorry.
I've been saying McDaniel should be fired. So last year I said that.
Who was the quarterback of the Bears that game?
The Bears? I don't know I don't know his name. Yeah.
Brother Badgett.
He is.
Bro,
I'm
just can't get on the plane after that.
Recognize.
Y'all lost to a nigga from the park. Like
We lost to a nigga from any given Sunday. Bring Willie Beaver out here.
y'all lost to this was a pickup game last week at the park.
I don't be knowing.
Hey, yo,
Y'all beat the Broncos, though, right? Y'all beat the Broncos. Man. I played them, right?
They beat the Broncos.
We beat 3 teams. I know that.
They beat the Broncos week 1.
Yeah, they beat the Packers.
They got the 2 worst teams in the league.
But you know what? Y'all swore that we was gonna finish dead last. Like everyone was like, yo, y'all gonna finish dead last.
Hey, the season's still young. It ain't over yet.
Last year y'all thought that, and this year y'all think that. Neither one is gonna work like that.
This year ain't over yet. Y'all still might be last, bro.
We're not making the playoffs, so what do it matter?
I told him that a long time ago.
We're 7th in the conference right now. We can get in.
This nigga talking about some what is Super Bowl? Yeah.
I'm still with it a little bit.
Remember the team that hosted that?
Yeah.
As long as Brian Hoyer don't quarterback, I'm good.
Yo, and you know who else lost? Let's not forget about his Saints who lost again on Thursday.
Right.
Going back to against my Jags, stuff like that. So
that's why we got rid of him.
Daryl, remember that game on Thursday? We're talking to the Jags right now, who are 5-2, and the Saints, of course. What do you think about that, Daryl?
Bro, Derek Carr, like he's that team is like I kind of see what Jeff is talking about. Like that team, like they got the pieces, but Jeff, I mean he got Chris Olave drinking and driving and shit, like
right.
Shit like that is I mean even like in the game, like I'm looking at Chris Olave, his body language is bad. Like after every missed throw, head down, like walking to the sideline, like that team doesn't believe in Derek Carr from what I'm seeing, and that's a shame. I mean, because like that division is there for the taking, but I feel like it's going to come down to the Bucks or the Falcons because Derek Carr, I just don't. He's scared to throw the ball down the field. Like he got the protection, he got the weapons. He doesn't throw the ball down the field. And then one drive, it was like a hurry up, 3 plays down the field to Michael Thomas touchdown. I'm like, why can't you just do this the rest of the game? But I don't know. But the Jags, I like what I saw from them. What's look out for me is like they got a lot of weapons on offense that they can use. Like ETN, he's the top back in the league. Christian Kirk, he went crazy. They still trying to find ways to use Ridley, but once they get Zay Jones back, that's another option. And what's the name? The tight end. The tight end look like a wide receiver to me. Like they got a lot of weapons on offense. They can compete with the rest of the offense in the AFC. And I feel like the defense is getting better too. So they can compete with the top teams in the AFC. That's why I took away from the Jags in that game.
All right, Jeff, talk about your Saints and the Jags the game.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about it. Let me talk about the Jags first. The Jags, they on the trail right now, bro. I mean, let's not forget they came back 27 points in the playoffs last year. They actually took the Chiefs to the brink last year. But really, all they needed was some more continuity. Getting Ridley was beneficial. Having Kirk might have been the steal of free agency last year due to the fact that he got the money and people complained and said he wasn't it. He's been playing real solid. Sunshine is always, he's consistent. He has some off moments. Dougie P a little risky. We've seen Dougie P do this before with a young quarterback. But the Jaguars are on pace to win their division and make some noise in the playoffs. Now, and like Daryl said, man, on paper the Saints team is loaded, man. You got 2 receivers, you got 2 running backs, you got defense, you got tight ends. Bring Jameson, hell with it. Let's just see what's going to happen, man. Like Jameis give me 5,000 and 30 touchdowns.
He gonna throw it at least.
30 picks. I don't even care. Like, it's just a lot going on. Derek Carr just isn't consistent going deep in the ball. I think John Gruden really ruined his psychological play when he had him back in Vegas, and the Saints still going to win that division, contrary to what Daryl saying. The Bucs don't have a shot because it's Baker, and the other team don't have a shot. The Falcons don't even know how to use their number 1 pick. Carolina Panthers are terrible. Like the Saints still going to win that division easily. We just got to get more consistent play from Derek Carr. And look, Derek Carr notoriously is known for turning it on late in the season. That's what he does. That's what he's always done. He's always been I got to play from behind kind of guy. Hopefully it isn't too late. Sad to say, Olave got caught with the drinking and driving, and he also sent Henry Ruggs to drink and drive too. So Derek Carr just need to just cut it out, man.
Bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck. But the Jacksonville Jaguars is something to be. They real flying under the radar, and I think we need to pay attention to them at this point.
Okay. Look to Toby. Jack Saints, how you feeling about the game? And those teams.
And those teams. I mean, Jaguars had control of the game. This one we just quick. Jaguars had control of the games. Raiders came back. I mean, not Raiders. Think about that car.
You can come on over, bro. We got room.
Saints came back, and they made a game. I didn't watch most of the games. I didn't see everything that Derek Carr did that everybody's complaining about. But I will say, at the end of the game, he threw a pass to the tight end to win.
Oh my God!
This game happened on Thursday, and it wasn't really on my mind. But I remember that play, and I'm like, if he catches that's game. You know what I'm saying? That's not game. They go to what? Overtime, right? It's not overtime.
Austin Monroe.
Yeah, so we go to overtime. Like he dropped the ball. So Derek Carr still at the end, he did something, to he put them he was still in position to win. His tight end dropped the ball. At the end of the day, the Saints, they have good pieces. They was never going to the Super Bowl or doing anything that Jeff said. Playoffs they might do, because their division sucks. But and the Jaguars, they're a good team. They're up and coming. Trevor Lawrence is he's a great QB. They got ETN back there. They got some wide receivers. So we got the good package. They're maybe in my top 5 in the AFC teams. They'll probably be up there, but they're up and coming.
All right, Jordan, what's your thoughts on that game?
Toby made a great point. If Derek Carr, if the tight end catches the pass, they go. I think they win the game. I'm pretty sure they win the game.
It was one.
They win the game. He did bring them back. They were stagnant up until the last that was 5 minutes of the fourth quarter or some shit. It was 7 minutes or something like that. Jacksonville, they have a lot of weapons. They can compete with anybody in the AFC. They have Trevor Lawrence. He's a top 10 quarterback. They have a sleeper pass rusher. He's balling out this year. Josh Allen. He's balling this year. I think he's got 7 or 8 sacks so far. They got the DBs. DBs secondary is definitely slept on, and they have a Louis Khan. He's led the league in tackles the last 2 years in a row. And they have Devin Mullen out of Utah, 4-3, 4-4 linebacker. So they're loaded. They just got to continue to just push it together. You know what I'm saying? Beat the teams they're supposed to beat and compete against the good teams. We've seen that so far this year. They competed against a good team. They beat Buffalo. They did take a couple. They took a L to the Colts earlier in the year, but Colts have been competitive. They've been in every game they played this year so far. And, this is the league. Depending on what you do, mistakes, penalties, all that type shit, game plan will determine the game for you. You know what I'm saying? The talent is relatively – I'm not going to say all the talent is relatively equal, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I mean, Jaguars are a good team. I think they're going to win the division. So it just depends on what their record will be stacked up to all the other division winners. Depends on who they play in the playoffs. So
Yeah, I ain't gonna say, man. I think for both teams, for me, they are who I thought they were. I think the Jags are a good team, like I've been saying, and I think the Saints are not a good team, like I've been saying. I think that just like they, the AFC, what is it, NFC South is up for grabs. They really just like the battle of like the mid teams to me. Like none of them are really great, stuff like that. I think the Jags can, if they get in the offs. When they get in the offs, they can shock anybody. You know what I mean? On any given Sunday, they're a good team. So we'll see what happens. Last game.
What do you think that doesn't make the Saints good? What part doesn't make the Saints good?
Derek Carr.
It's a good constructed roster, but the piece that many other teams are missing is their problem too.
Same thing, Derek Carr. Yeah. And one last game, and we were off last week, but fellas, we back with another win. Gotta bring out the terrible towels, baby. Black yo, there we go. Another dub, whatever. And we were slept on at the beginning of the year. But now we're sitting at 4-2, stacking wins after wins after wins, and I'm happy about that. But I mean, it is what it is, man. I don't know what to tell you. Like we get dubs. That's all I'm saying. But you know what I mean.
I don't know how, because y'all giving up 127 points, only scored 103. Like how did y'all win it? Like y'all giving up more points than y'all scored.
Listen, we get the dub.
This game, man.
Playing these dog ass scenes.
No. That ain't it, man. But Jordan, what do you think about the Steelers Rams, man, and Steelers and stuff like that, man?
I'm really not impressed, bro. I'm sorry.
Hater, man. Hater, bro.
I'm really not impressed. I mean, it was a subpar win against a subpar team, in all transparency. So, I mean, it is what it is. Kenny's Kenny. Kenny
had a solid game, and Pickens was balling.
He had a good game. No seriousness. I mean, it was a good. They had a decent game. The Rams, man. Do they pack it up? Do they just start? Do they sell off? I don't know, because they're not going anywhere. They're not winning the division. They may not make the playoffs. They might as well just, They might as well just sell out. You know what I mean? You won the Super Bowl. Get some young guns in there. You know what I mean? And get some picks and call it a day, because they're not winning the division. They're the third best team in the division, and they're not going to make the playoffs.
Did they release the kicker too? Who released the kicker? Was it them?
I don't know. They might as well trade. Aaron Donald might as well just go to Buffalo.
They should have. I think he missed that color. He missed some kicks.
Yeah, he did.
Stafford should go. Bro, Buffalo should go get Aaron Donald, and Stafford should go to the Jets. All right, if they go to Stafford goes to the Jets, they're going to the Super Bowl.
Anything.
Rob's coming back like
Anything, bro. Anything, bro. What is that? Infused popcorn or something? like what's happening, bro? Like
bro. Yeah, they went to the Super Bowl with Matt Stafford, bro.
You wow.
Hey,
he just won a bowl. He just won a ring, bro.
It was like 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't.
And that team was like super perfect. And
they not, and the Jets not super perfect.
Aaron Donald, Ramsey, it was loaded.
And they had Odell. Come on, man. Hey, no, forget that, man. First, we're still in this conversation. Daryl, how you feel with another win this week over the Rams, man?
You got 60%.
I mean, you always got to be happy.
Steelers' opinions and then show you.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real though. I mean, you always gotta be happy with winning, but I'm still not satisfied. Like the way we are playing these games is not sustainable. Like it's like with our offense, like we get our whole team, like we get punched in the face in the beginning of the game, then we have our guard up for the rest of the game. In the last round, we try to start going for the knockout. Like it's not gonna be sustainable against top team in the league. But what I like, my good takeaways though, I like how we held Cooper Kupp in check. I thought he was gonna go crazy. Nakua went crazy by the 4 yards, but he didn't score. Just Cooper Kupp didn't score either. TJ Watt, best defensive player in the league.
He gonna win it again. He gonna win DPOY again. TJ Watt
dropping back in coverage, like picking the ball, like no other D line doing that. Like, The second half of the field offense, they look better. Like Najee and Jalen started running the ball more, and then come back Kenny like fourth quarter. Like he does what he does. Did what he did last year. Like since coming to the league, I think he got the most game winning drives. My thing is like I need to see like I want to see them punch first. Like I'm tired of stressing out like watching these games like getting down early in the game. And like I want to see us like control games from start to finish.
This nigga's ain't stressing.
See that. I stress out every Steelers game. The way these games playing out. But I want to see a complete game from start to finish. I feel like once we start to see that, that's going to take us to the next level. But the way we winning now is not sustainable. But I'm seeing improvement.
Man, no, you done, man. You negative, man. Totally. Talk to me about the Steelers, man. Negative Nancy over there, man.
Yeah, Steelers. We play good. Steelers play good. Steelers play good.
Terrible.
I mean, they're kind of right.
They won the game.
They won the game, and I'm happy for them. And honestly, Mike Tomlin has kept this team competitive for years. Because honestly,
Mike Tomlin don't have losing seasons. He don't have losing seasons.
No losing seasons. We keep winning. I don't know how we win. We get outgained. I think I seen a stat that said like 660 yards we've been outgained. Like that's crazy, and we're still winning games. Kenny coming back in the fourth quarter, he may really be clutch. He may really be clutch. And the thing is, I love our defense. Like I miss having a great defense. I remember Troy Polamalu, people, Mike Taylor, James Harrison, but our defense is
that defense.
That defense is crazy. Wasn't it Brian Clark? He was smacking.
Yeah.
Clark was okay, honestly. Clark was overrated a little bit.
He was still solid. I'll have him on this defense. I have him on this defense with Micah, whatever. But our defense today is good, and I feel like they can really carry us. You know, if we could keep games close, I feel like if we can keep games close, we can squeak out some wins. But you know, the team, you know, they need to do better, like especially offensively. Like I don't believe in this offense, you know, 100%. They played a good game last game, but it still wasn't like convincing for us. So like they always said, we always get smacked first. You know, I'm tired of getting smacked first. You know, that's when we could get that full conviction. We could, you know, talk crazy. But you know, we beat the Ravens. We undefeated in the division. I like where we at. You know, the Steelers, we always, you know, competitive, you know. And I always said, Kenny, I believe, you know, I didn't believe in tanking and going after these college quarterbacks and stuff. You know, quarterback, you know, I think he's good. You know, he showed me some flashes last year. You know, he started off this season slow, but I seen some stuff last year. And in the fourth quarter in these games, he's been showing what I've seen last year. So I know it's in there. So I'm willing to see, let's see what you know he could do.
Yeah, Jordan face is wild. This whole time.
Yo, man, wildin', yo. Y'all
wait, Jeff, who they got? Who y'all got next week?
Like
Jaguars.
Jaguars wildin', bro.
Y'all better be here next week.
The same
shit about Kenny.
I'll be here.
Same shit about Kenny.
It's gonna be the same energy for me.
Yo, he's terrible, bro.
Go ahead, Jeff.
Yo,
Jeff, he gonna throw 2 picks.
Yo, they kill me.
Yo, why you hating, bro?
That's what he does. He does that like every other game. Like,
bro, we're 4-2
he
now.
got 13 interceptions and 12 touchdowns over his career.
Oh, don't get me wrong.
Got the nerve to say he's showing he got most comebacks since his game in the NFL, bro. He just came last year, bro. Like,
he had comebacks last year. He had comebacks this
season,
year.
half
come on,
season.
bro. Kenny Pick is trash, bro. He got 1,257
yards.
He in week 7.
Yo, I guarantee you he lose with those other
like
dudes like Mason Rudolph and what's the name of the other dude?
He was just 14 for 29, bro. That's 50% passing with no touchdowns.
Yo,
he ran 8 times for 0 yards.
Like, he better every quarterback on the Raiders right now. Your whole roster, all your quarterbacks on your roster. He better than me. Better than both of them.
He not better.
Yeah, he is.
Jimmy might not be his. Don't
Jimmy don't got no game winning drive.
Yo, Jimmy might not be his.
Hold on. Now you tripping, Toby. Jimmy clutch.
Jimmy clutch. Jimmy led a team to the Super Bowl. Like, let's not get it twisted.
Don't nobody want porn star Jimmy over.
Come on, you didn't say that, bro. You were just
Yes,
playing
I
around,
did.
bro.
He led a team to the Super Bowl, bro.
Nah, Jimmy got them fourth-quarter comebacks, bro.
Like, yo,
He do.
and stop acting like
Jimmy
Kenny
got
this
them
dude. He's not. But
He
listen,
has
as
the
far as this
potential.
game went, this game right here, look, last year I said Matthew
Yo,
Stafford needed to move on. I was like, I said they needed to get rid of Matthew Stafford because they couldn't put enough around him. Now, look, Cooper Kupp came and they have the emergence of Puka, whatever. You know what I'm saying? His emergence is cool and all, but Cooper Kupp only had what, like 2 catches for like a couple yards? Like,
29
that's
yards.
not what you do for an all-pro receiver. You got to get him the ball, no matter what the circumstances are. I understand you going to the guy that might be open, but you got to get your best players the ball. The Rams are in a shit show in a sense because of the fact that they are too up and down. They have no consistency. They have good games, then they lose to the Bengals with Burrow hurt, and then they lose to the Steelers with Kenny Pickett not throwing any touchdowns and throwing 50% passing. And y'all right. Mike Tomlin do keep the Steelers afloat. He really does. I mean, I think the NFL helps too because you know they one of the original franchises, so it's not you know if the Steelers ain't competitive, the league don't make money. Like I'm gonna keep it real. It's like the Cowboys thing. Certain organizations have to be in the mix so the league can be.
Shouldn't that be the Raiders too, though? Because y'all want the original
So
too.
we in Las Vegas, not Los Angeles.
Oh, fuck out of here.
So, like I said, you know Las Vegas might get bad, no? Mike,
Yeah, that was a good point. I ain't gonna hold you.
us, bro. Every game's away. We got 16 away games.
No, I'm not
How's
hearing
that
that
work?
bullshit though. I'm not hearing that bullshit.
Right.
I'm
Yo,
really not
yo,
hearing that.
You can
bullshit.
hear that. You can't hear it because you got home field advantage. Like, how you go up to the game and the other team fans is more louder than yours? Like, come on. That don't work like it don't work like that, bro. That's why it's called home
Yeah,
field
it's
advantage.
because y'all niggas ain't got no quarterback. Now,
Man,
Hey.
cut it out.
That's true.
Cut
Would
it
you-
out.
Look at the Texans. Once they
Would
get a
you-
quarterback, the
Would-
whole
Toby, would you
stadium-
trade Kenny for Jimmy right now? Straight up.
Wow, that's
He can't even
I
say it.
might.
That's
I
why
might. Yeah, I might.
You
Where's
what?
Kenny? Where's Kenny taking you? Yeah, where's
Jimmy's
Kenny?
gonna keep you in the same spot. At least, yo, we know Jimmy's
Steelers-
ceiling. We don't know
The
Kenny's
Steelers got a
ceiling.
better offensive line than the
Bro.
Do we
Raiders.
know Kenny's ceiling?
if after in the midst of year 2, he got more picks and touchdowns. We know he ain't it.
It's the second year, bro. It's still early, bro.
We know he ain't it, bro.
You gotta-
Most quarterbacks take the
early.
second year leap.
Fourth quarter comebacks, bro.
Most quarterbacks take the second year leap. He's
Bro, he
not-
winning games, bro. He over 500 as a quarterback.
Somebody
He
go
got-
fact check.
yo.
Who got more fourth quarter comeback, Jimmy G or Kenny?
Look,
Kenny
look.
probably pretty fast.
I'm sure Jimmy G
Last
do.
few years.
Look,
I mean, because by default, Jimmy G been in the
you
league longer.
sleeping-
He's
I
gonna
think
have
you're
more.
sleeping on what Jimmy G really was doing. Early 49ers, little bit of Patriots. You sleeping? He
Bro, you the one keep saying about the Niners system. You the one
He
keep
is
saying
weak.
that.
No, I'm saying he's weak, but he's not chopped.
It's
liver.
Purdy.
How's
He's
Jimmy G
trash.
gonna do with Matt
He's
Canada?
not.
It's
How-
Purdy
how-
better than Jimmy
He's
G.
not chopped liver, huh?
He's
How,
better
how
than
would Jimmy G do with Matt Canada as his offense coordinator?
Is
calling
Pop-
plays?
is
Come on,
Brock
Jason.
Purdy
Come
better
on.
than Jimmy G?
Daryl, come on, man. Come on, man. Your
That's a
credibility
big part
going
of
down
it.
all week,
That's
bro.
that's
He's better
that's
than
that's
Jimmy
a
G.
part of it. That's a big part of it.
Yeah.
Calling for
What
the
has
offense
he
who's
done
calling
to
the
be
plays.
better than Jimmy G? I
Who?
don't even get that.
Who?
They didn't
all,
go
like,
back to. They
holding
didn't.
around each other.
They kept Brock Purdy, bro. What do you mean? They had every chance to start Jimmy G.
I don't
And keep
think,
him.
I haven't seen anything. I don't think Brock Purdy's elite. You know, I think he's a regular quarterback. He's cool. You know, it's like the system. It's the system. It's the same thing with Jimmy G, where you got to protect him a little bit. You got to
Yeah,
make
look,
sure
man.
he throw those 2
Okay,
picks.
but yeah,
He's missing
but you-
Debo. They don't got Debo. They don't got every piece. He throwing 2 picks against the Vikings.
I mean, yo, but he still was like
2 games in a row.
75% passing,
He's not
bro. Let's
perfect.
keep
He's
it
not an
real.
elite quarterback to me.
Jimmy's not-
I don't know how much
Jimmy's-
better. It's not
Jimmy's
like
not-
he's here and Jimmy G is down here to me. I don't.
No.
Jimmy
I
G's
don't see
not
that.
horrible.
They're like
Jimmy
these.
G's not horrible.
They're like these. It's moving every week to week to me. I don't even know who's better yet.
Bro, first of all, Jimmy G been hurt a lot. That's the best ability is
Yeah.
availability. I ain't
Yeah,
even,
but
not
when
even
he's
saying
been on the field, he's been pretty decent.
when he's on the field, we
He
win
do.
games.
He don't be picks. He gonna hit you a pick.
Right. That's what I'm
A
saying.
lot of people
Like Kenny Pickett
he-
now?
he do win games.
And Kenny Pickett more athletic than Jimmy G too. Y'all
Kenny
taking Kenny.
Pickett got 5 touchdowns, 4 picks this season.
I'm taking. That's more TDs and
An offense
interceptions.
with no
bro.
trade history
One
whatsoever.
more, Mike.
I think it would be better if he was on the 49ers than Jimmy G was.
If
Yeah,
Jimmy G was on the Steelers, y'all might be
Bro.
like 6-1.
I don't
Fuck
know.
out of here. Fuck out of here.
You're not taking us in no 4th quarter win.
Yeah, he got.
You're not leading the team down and getting the field goal.
Hey, I ain't gonna hold you. He got a point, bro.
Who got a point, Jeff?
Yeah.
Jeff got a little bit of a point.
About Jimmy G on the Steelers?
Oh, y'all be
Yeah.
6-1.
Y'all crazy as hell.
What is he doing for us?
Why wouldn't he?
But he's not doing anything for us.
Bro, he
Nothing.
definitely do more than
Yo, we'll be stagnant. I'm trying to tell you, like,
Bro,
I
see, 2 gloves is not it, bro.
I get why you would say that. I get why you would say that.
Anyway, y'all crazy, man. Y'all want to hate on my Steelers, man. Not today, man. We 4-2. Put my time back out.
Giving up more points than y'all scoring. I don't know how. It's all
But
good.
we beat y'all, though, didn't we? Like I told you we would.
We're well coached, bro. Something you guys do not have. You guys are not well coached at all. You don't have a good coach.
Listen, man.
Correct.
Kenny picking trash.
But I will say after all that, I don't agree with Toby about the college guys. I'll take Caleb right now over Kenny Pickett. I ain't going front.
I would too.
Yeah, come on. Toby crazy with that one.
I can't wait till you get to the league. Let's see. Let's give him time in the league.
That
Kenny's
Jimmy-
only in
that-
second year. This year, Kenny, just like Purdy. Purdy this year is gonna show me he's the real deal. Kenny is showing me they both
They
got
5
this whole
and 2.
season to show me.
Hey, I ain't
Purdy
gonna
got
hold you.
this whole season to show
That
me
Jimmy
he's
G
the real
shit is
deal.
debatable, bro.
It's not debatable. It's not debatable.
Yo, let's not go back to that. But
I know.
Put that on Facebook. Put that on Facebook when you
Let's
post the
move
show.
on, bro. I'm done.
All right, let me move on, man. We're done with the games here. Let me switch real quick so we can do something real quick. Talk about the power rankings because we were talking about what Micah said, which was wild. But, you know, he talked about how the Eagles best team in the league.
He was just speaking the fucking truth.
Oh, yeah, saying the Chiefs are not. Never mind. We'll talk about our power rankings, bro. Yeah. Toby, why don't you. No, let me start with Daryl this time. Who's your top 5 teams this week, man?
Through this week, I got Chiefs 1.
Thank
I got
you.
Eagles 2. I got Niners 3. I got Ravens 4. And I got Jags 5.
I like that. Oh.
Yeah, I got Jags 5.
All right, I like that. Solid. Toby, what you got?
Yeah, it's kind of some. I got, of course, the Chiefs 1, Philly 2, 3. I'm gonna go Steelers.
Wow.
4.
What?
You gotta relax, bro. You giving them ammo. You giving them ammo. You gotta
Wait.
49ers.
Wait, for 4 was who, Toby? I hear you.
Ravens.
Okay, 4 Ravens.
5 49ers.
Hey, yo, Jordan reaction, yo, that got me going. Jeff, what you got, bro? Top 5, bro.
I ain't really disappointed in you, bro.
We'll see. Watch against the Jags. I'm not gonna say nothing.
disappointed
I'm not
in
gonna
you,
say
bro.
nothing.
Yo, he said
Okay.
the Steelers at 3. So look, I
Y'all
got
better beat the Jaguars.
hold on, be quiet.
Real
Look, I got
shit.
the Chiefs, I got the Chiefs, Eagles, Niners, then the Ravens, then the Jaguars.
Chiefs, Eagles, Niners, Ravens, Jaguars. Okay, that's cool. Jordan, man, what you got? You're the only person sounding gonna have a different top 1, so go ahead, man.
Yeah, I had the Philadelphia Eagles, number 1.
Homer.
Okay,
Right.
I get the Chiefs, number 2. Still got the Niners at number 3. Actually, excuse me, I got Baltimore number 3. I got the Niners at number 4. And number 5, I like that Jags pick. I do. I still want to put Detroit in the mix, even though they took a Bobby Rock. I like that Jags pick, though. I'm going to put the Jags at 5.
I still don't understand, man, how you got the Eagles jumping the Chiefs when the Chiefs didn't.
But we're 6-1. But we're 6-1.
So are they. So
we
are they.
beat a better team. We beat a better team than they did.
What cost you all the game is we still seeing it today. Them turnovers.
They lost to the Jets. Like, that's wild. Okay, the Chiefs lost to the Lions by 1 without Kelsey. Like, they're a better team, bro. What the hell? Like, so what? Anyway, such a homer. I got.
Thought I was
What?
The Ravens lost to the Steelers.
And that's my point. You about to
And the Ravens are in the top 5.
You got the Ravens in the top 5. That's why I got my Steelers at number 3. We beat the Ravens. Everybody saying we get W. We find ways to get W.
Bro, stop.
Everybody can beat. Everybody can beat.
We locked up Lamar.
Everybody can beat
He's
everybody.
playing
bro.
for
So,
Lamar.
Stop,
So
Toby.
go ahead.
Everybody
Everybody
can beat everybody. But my point is, anybody can be beat. But when you look at the collection of best teams in the league, you can't always look at what the current record is because you're gonna.
I'm not.
No, I know.
I'm not.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
No, I know that. If you're gonna have a 2-loss team, maybe a 3-loss.
Bro, the Chiefs are better. Chiefs got a better defense than y'all by like a lot. Like
the Eagles.
yes, the Eagles. Yes, Chiefs got better
Chiefs got
defense.
even the Eagles.
Yes, they do.
I don't
Look at the bro. Are you watching these games?
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
The Chiefs are giving up like 12, 14 points a game.
No, it's a debate. I'll be honest with you. It's a debate. The Chiefs defense is for real.
Yeah, for real.
It's not as good as the Eagles.
Wait! You think the Eagles got a better defense, Jeff?
I think the Eagles got a better defense.
You crazy? Oh yeah, you're not watching this game.
I think if the Eagles played the Chiefs, they'll put up points on them.
Bro, the Chiefs beat the Chargers and the Broncos. Like them niggas ain't no paralysis.
Chiefs are top 5 defense, bro.
They beat the Jets, the Bears. Like they not playing elite teams. Their defense. The
Chargers. Bro, the Chargers average like 26 points a game. They got a good offense.
They're 2-4, Mike.
They got a good offense though, and the Chiefs held them down. That's my point.
Nah, bro.
Ain't about their record. They put up points. The Chargers.
Well, look, we'll find out when they play Miami. We'll find out when they really play Miami because we held them to 17 points. Excuse me.
I saw that.
10 points because they got a touchdown on
17
defense.
points.
10.
17.
We'll call 17, man. But I get your point though. But I think y'all were sleeping on Chiefs defense, yeah, and that's why I got number 1.
Not sleeping on them, but the Eagles the D line is the best in
The
the league.
secondary can't cover me and you. Like this is trash.
Act like the Chiefs is who they lock down corners.
Yeah, come on.
Bro, they got these young studs over there.
He ain't named the first pick.
You just got Bayer. Once Bayer get into that fold, that's gonna take it up a notch.
Thank you.
He ain't there yet though. I'm talking about the day. We talking about the
He
day.
gonna be there.
He gonna be there, but he ain't there yet. Right now, today, the Chiefs probably to me a top 3 defense in the league, yo.
He's gonna be able to change the way that they play, that they call.
The Eagles right now are not a top 5 defense, bro. Like I don't know what y'all watching, but they're not.
We need to be. We are. Shit.
Oh, what the hell does that even mean? Like,
I told y'all we wake up for them big games.
The Chiefs ain't really playing nobody crazy offensively. Wow, they played the Bears, the Broncos, the Chargers, the Jets. They played somebody else. It was like kind of mid.
The Chargers are a good team though. The Chargers do put up points. They did play.
They
That's
do.
The Chargers played.
Chargers are a good team. They're how are they a good team?
You are who your record says you are.
I don't always go by you are. I don't always go by you are who your record says you are. But how can you say they're a good team and they're 2-4?
I ain't saying they're a good team. I'm saying they had a good offense. They do. They put up points.
That's
That's what I'm saying.
But when we're talking about the Chiefs and the Eagles, the Chiefs have
who the Eagles play? They got good offense besides Miami.
That's the best team between the two of them.
Okay.
That's the best team between all the opponents for the Chiefs and all the opponents for the Eagles. The Dolphins. That was the best.
You're already trying to think with it.
I know, right?
Because I'm a little bit confused though. Because look at the team. I mean, we haven't played the best team, the most elite team we played so far is Miami, but we can't sit here and say that the teams that we played aren't good teams. Like the Jets are a good team. So don't say the Jets aren't a good team.
Bro, it's not what I said. I want to talk about the offenses, y'all. I'm talking about the defense side of the ball right now. Zach Wilson is trash. Okay, it is what it is. I'm sorry.
But there's an offense and defense, bro. So,
but wait. Remember Mike was bigging up the Buccaneers that game? Like, yo, if it wasn't for the Buccaneers would have been I'm like, Buccaneers ain't like that, bro.
And we whooped their ass.
You're right. But what you just say? They're not like that. They put up 13 against the Falcons on Sunday.
Bro, it's the caliber of teams. We played better caliber teams than what the Chiefs have. So overall,
they ranked these defenses for a reason. Eagles not top 5. The Chiefs are. Like they're top 5 in scoring defense, top 5 in turnovers, top 5. I don't know what Jeff is watching, but the Chiefs are a good defense. Bro.
But if you're playing Pop Warner teams, you better look good.
Just like I told Toby when Toby started Russell Wilson that week, I saw no way to against Chiefs defense, and they shut his ass down real quick, stuff like that.
Russell Wilson trash, man.
Remember Toby said Russell Wilson was going to be balling. He said, "Yo, Russell about to go crazy, really."
Anyway, it don't even matter because all the rest of us got the Chiefs at number 1 except for Jordan, so it don't even matter. But I got Chiefs. I got this for Jordan gonna matter, but I got Chiefs, Ravens.
Yeah, Eagles. That's nuts.
Nah, Chiefs, Ravens, Eagles. Then I'm gonna go Niners. Then I'm gonna go Niners. Then I'm gonna go Jags at number 5. What I do?
Chiefs, Eagles. Chiefs.
No. Chiefs, Ravens,
Eagles.
So again,
We trolling,
you
Jordan.
took
Don't
the,
even
yeah. All right.
We trolling.
All right,
Heavy.
Ravens a good team, man.
Heavy
That's all I gotta say, man. The Ravens-
You're a Steelers fan, trolling the Eagles fan. Right?
I told you that I still had them in my top 5. I would disrespect them, but
Right.
I like the Ravens, man.
I don't know how they're not in your top 2.
No. I'm sorry. Because
top 2 and not 2.
Because their quarterback has 10 turnovers and because the secondary toast to me. So that's my thing, man. Yeah, y'all 6-1, blah blah blah. But the record ain't always, tell the whole story. Just like Toby got us at 4-2 in the top 5. Ain't always about the record, you know what I'm saying? So.
You agree with Toby?
You don't even have to say it's top 5.
I don't have the top 5.
Michael, do you agree with Toby, Michael? Tell us.
I don't agree with Toby.
You have the Ravens in there.
And we beat the Ravens, that's true.
It is blood Lions.
I just said ideology.
Micah might be on
this guy.
something.
We beat this guy.
Wait.
Like, that's not real.
Micah might be on something. Now.
How?
Because if we sit here and say who of the Chiefs played, the top tier team that they played was the Lions and they lost to week 1.
Bro, they lost by one of their best 2 players. Like, come on, man. That's wild. That's crazy. By 1. Since then, they won 6 straight games. And not even like by close.
They got us real soon. So if they lose to us, then they can't be number 1.
So if y'all lose to them, then what?
Nigga, we number 2.
Oh, all right. That's where y'all
They went up on who they played when they went up 35-0 in the first half. Like, y'all don't be doing that type of like
35 in the first half.
Huh?
This season. Who they do that to?
It was like I don't think they did that, but they was destroying
the Bears.
Yeah, they was blowing
Okay, who hasn't?
Bro, y'all did it to nobody though. Y'all be like it'd be like teetering y'all games.
I don't care though, because we're 6-1.
That's my point though. It's if you want to rank the teams, the style counts. How y'all beating these teams?
Jordan really in a bad position because that Bears game was against his boy Justin.
Wait, I just want y'all to know that you really need to put y'all love context, right?
Right.
We averaged 2 turnovers a game. We're 6-1. Mm-hmm. They gave the Jets 4 turnovers and we lost by 3. Remember that.
So
Please
how can you even make an argument about that, knowing the Chiefs lost by 1 without Kelsey the first week?
To the Lions.
To the Lions.
Bro, we played better comp. We played better comp.
5-2.
And we would be 7-0 against better comp that they played.
I don't know about the better comp. I don't know the whole schedule, yo.
If he didn't throw 4 picks.
I think y'all played some better opponents recently. Again, like the Chiefs, they just got the Bears, they got the Chargers, they got the Broncos. Like those is kind of like sussy games. Now I'll give it to you. That Dolphins game might be the best game between either one, and then that Lions game right after that.
We beat them by double digits.
That's a good win. That's your best win.
That's taking that away. That's the best win all season.
Yeah, but y'all ain't blown. All right. Well, moving forward. We talked about that. Now we had a conversation there in our other chat. I won't go all night. I go all night with you guys, but about elite QBs. And me and Jeff, it started out with Brock Purdy, the conversation. But me and Jeff, we think that the only elite QB is Patrick Mahomes. Toby got like 10 elite QBs. I don't know what's going on.
He did name like 5.
No, listen, that's that, man. That's that.
We got this on wax.
I said 10 QBs. I'm pretty sure.
No. You said 4 though. You said 4 though. At least whatever. So, and Jordan, what was your thoughts on who would? No, in fact, let me ask Daryl. Who would you say is an elite? What you call elite QBs in the league right now?
I need it. Yeah.
Go ahead, Daryl.
Obviously, I got Pat Mahomes.
Right.
I put Lamar in that elite conversation as well.
So we did that.
Like, nobody can do what he can do. Like
that's true.
I know last week I put Jalen Hurts in that, but these turnovers is still an issue. Until I see him eliminate those turnovers, that's when I would put him in that elite combo too.
That's fair.
Them turnovers is going to just keep him right under that right now. But as far as elite, I got 2, and then that's Pat and Lamar right now.
Okay, I like that. That's fair. Toby, you said, you want to say him again on here?
Who did I say? I know I said Pat. I said
Josh Allen. Don't forget.
I said Josh Allen. I said Lamar, and I said Burrow.
Yeah.
And I said that because, I mean, I kind of stretched the criteria a little bit because I just didn't want to say Pat Mahomes. I was going to say Pat Mahomes only. But then I stressed out, like, if I'm going to put Burrow in there, I might as well put Lamar in there, and then Josh Allen over the years, even though he has a lot of turnovers, like you guys been saying, like I said, he carries a lot of the load on the offense. I still blame the coach for that. They need, different play calling, whatever. But he's still, a great playmaker for the team. He's been to, the conference finals before multiple times, consistent in the playoffs. So that's my top 4.
Okay.
Y'all even mentioned Lamar. Lamar ain't thrown for 3,000 yards since 2019 and Lamar got 35 fumbles.
Hold on, yeah, let me hear Jordan's elite.
No. You can go ahead. I was just saying that was.
I only got one. It's Mahomes. I got my reason or not.
Yeah. Well, I don't understand. No, I mean my list is pretty much up everybody like where everybody else is. Like I would take obviously Mahomes. Josh Allen is elite. Lamar Jackson is elite. Joe Burrow is elite. Jalen Hurts is elite. Stop playing with my boy.
Well, that's 5. Damn, keep going. The half league gonna say elite at this point.
I mean, you got a lot of elite QBs. What is elite to y'all? Describe elite.
Let me ask you this, right? If those guys you just said are elite, Pat Mahomes has to be otherworldly.
Right. Like, ungodly or something.
Explain what you call elite.
I was
a winner for one. He has to win. Okay. Mahomes has done that.
But why is that the qualification when this is a team sport? I hate that shit.
Well,
I get what you're saying about
two MVPs, bro. He got 2 MVPs and 2 Super Bowls with 2 Super Bowl
MVPs. They have a rare connection. They have a rare situation. He's a great player. They have a rare situation. An amazing coach. They have an amazing player, and they've had an amazing tight end for I don't know how long. And they have great coaches.
Bro, last year before the year started, they said, "Yo, without Hill, Mahomes gonna have a bad problem." He won an MVP in the Super Bowl without Tyreek Hill.
That was nuts.
And you see what Tyreek Hill doing right now. He lost that guy, and he's still balling. Whatever.
He's this generation's Tom Brady, basically. I hear you.
And no one was on Tom Brady.
But it doesn't mean that Josh Allen, just because he hasn't won a Super Bowl,
that ain't why I said that.
Lamar Jackson has an MVP. Lamar Jackson has an MVP, right? Jalen Hurts has gotten his team to a Super Bowl. Joe Burrow has gotten his team to a Super Bowl. If Buffalo's defense could have held Patrick Mahomes in 13 seconds of the AFC Championship game, we wouldn't even be having this conversation because the Bills would have been on their way to the Super Bowl. Let's not sit here and not because it really started about Josh Allen. We talk about turnovers. Got 2 words.
100.
Brett Favre. Didn't mean that Brett Favre wasn't an elite player.
100 turnovers in 5 years, my boy.
It doesn't matter.
Terrible.
It doesn't matter.
It's gotta matter, bro.
100 turnovers?
Go look at the touchdowns. Go look at the yards. Bro, he's got 100 turnovers, and they've been in how many AFC Championship games?
1.
It doesn't matter.
1.
And he's been in an MVP conversation. He's been the only player that was able to almost beat Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, first of all,
except for Jalen Hurts.
Let me back up. Lamar won an MVP. You don't even have a daughter yet. Like, that's been a minute ago now, bro. Like, we gotta stop talking about that, I'm just saying, that was a while ago. Like Jeff said, he ain't over 3,000 yards in like a minute.
19.
Well, Lamar's not an elite quarterback season.
Nah. That's what I'm saying. Allen, we discussed him, He's a roller coaster, up and down. You can't trust him in a big game. That's why he's not elite. Nobody elite. I could trust you in a big game to deliver. You're gonna trust Patrick every single time, You're not trusting Allen. I'm not. Anyway.
That's what makes you elite.
Yes.
So you trusted Ben Roethlisberger every time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I did.
I'm not even agreeing. I knew he was coming down the field. He was going to 3 tackles, so 30 I trusted him.
Okay, but he has more rings than what? He's got more rings than Drew Brees. He's got the same amount of rings as Peyton Manning.
Okay, what's your point?
But each one of you would say that they're better quarterbacks than Ben Roethlisberger.
Not Drew Brees. I'm taking Ben over Drew Brees,
I would take Drew Brees. I don't know about that one.
I'm taking Ben over Drew Brees.
Drew Brees is in the same category as Matt Ryan. Not many wins.
No, he's not. That's enough.
Same category as Matt Ryan.
Matt Ryan's got 50,000.
Who was Drew without Sean Payton, Let's be real, Like, they had a crazy squad and Sean Payton.
What the fuck? What?
Bro, let's be just.
had LaDainian Tomlinson in San Diego and couldn't get it done.
Yeah, I'm just saying, yo. Like, I'll take a bet over Drew Brees, but that's not even here. Let me back to your list. You got 10 quarter. I don't know what you got going on. Joe Burrow.
I said, you can't even sit there and tell me Joe Burrow's not going to.
No. I'm gonna get you to you. Joe Burrow might be the closest one because he done knocked off Mahomes a couple times, and you know I like Burrow. If anybody like right there, it's Burrow. But after that, not Lamar. Hurts had one good season, so please, like, he can't even be in a conversation, bro.
Hurts not in the combo.
Yeah, Hurts not in the combo. He had one good season and 10 turnovers this season. He's definitely not in the conversation. But I'll give you, like, Burrow is right there. Allen, Lamar, nah. That's
Lamar is in the conversation, bro. He has an MVP. You saying, oh, this is how many years ago, bro? He has an MVP. Who else has an MVP over the last? What quarterbacks? Tell me what quarterbacks have been winning MVPs.
You're right.
Aaron Rodgers and Patrick Mahomes.
Aaron Rodgers and Patrick
Mahomes.
Elite.
That's it.
Lamar
So
Jackson.
only one.
Because he's
Lamar
like
Jackson.
3,000 yards. He does it in a different way. That's
I
still
don't
good
know
to
how.
me.
Thank
No.
you.
He doing it this year.
Lamar threw for 5,000 yards and 50 touchdowns.
No, bro, you don't have to go for 5,000 yards to
touchdown.
be an elite quarterback. What the fuck? When did that become?
He's getting another 1,000 running. So
But what I'm saying is,
He's never going to do that because he's not Patrick Mahomes.
this is what I'm saying to you.
There's only a couple QBs that have done that.
Patrick Mahomes, every year, he's gaudy. He's giving you
Because he's
production.
Mahomes.
They're winning,
Because
and
that's
he's
the
winning
type of player
MVPs.
he is. He can throw the ball 50 times and throw for 400 yards. That's not Lamar. He might be able to do it one game, but he won't be able to do it maybe every single game. But what do you mean, bro?
But there's games, Joe, where Lamar have like 137 yards passing and 76 yards rushing.
And there's games
7 for
where
21
Patrick
throwing.
Mahomes looks pedestrian. So what the fuck?
Yo, listen, Lamar, if he, because he had,
He threw 3 picks against the Jets too.
to me, Lamar that had 2 mid seasons back to back, right? The last 2, like not spectacular, not
He had
elite
17,
at all.
He had 21 and 21, and like it was a terrible game.
Hold on. But right now, the way he playing, top 2 MVP conversation, he can get himself back in that elite conversation after this year. I feel like, but right now today, it's a Mahomes. Allen, don't bring me Allen ever again, yo, for all the turnovers.
Ever,
Stuff like
yo.
that.
They crazy, yo. Y'all be watching the games? Y'all be watching.
Yo, it's crazy, yo. Like,
Bro,
but Burrow right there, though, yo. Burrow right there.
I don't
keep Burrow.
understand how you can say that about Josh Allen, but he's got the other numbers to back it up. And really,
What other
was the one that almost beat Patrick Mahomes.
You keep saying
Bro, that was years ago too. Like you hold on to shit for 10 years. Like, bro, last year he was up in the playoff game and got cracked by the Jaguars, something like that in the second half. Like,
this nigga still holding on to Wentz almost winning MVP. Like still holding on to that Carson Wentz almost winning MVP shit, man.
it's crazy, man. All
I
right.
just don't know how you can sit there and say that. Like, Brett Favre threw 1,000 turnovers, but was never not an elite QB.
But he won a Super Bowl, didn't he?
Okay.
And went to another one.
And he won 4
Okay.
MVPs, didn't he? Or like 3 or 4?
Like, he won 3 in a row.
3 in a row.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lamar been doing that ever.
What the Allen ain't won nothing. Allen won the same thing you won. Nothing. No
that's
MVPs, no Super Bowls. He ain't won nothing. Like,
That's unbelievable that you can sit there and say that he's not a good quarterback.
He's good, but not elite.
how you gonna say because the turnovers don't matter? That's crazy for you to say. Like, I understand.
They're still the winning record. He's still one of the best.
They 4-3. You're like,
consistently made the playoffs. And if it wasn't for them really in a snowstorm against Cincinnati last year,
That's right.
mind you, they had this was basically technically the third time they had to play Cincinnati too, because they played them on that Monday night. They had to cancel the game, then they had to come back and play them again, and then 2-3 weeks later they come back and play them again.
Damn, they couldn't beat him not one of them times?
do you have any locks for me, Jordan, man, this week, bro?
No, I don't. Not today.
Not today. All right.
Get out your feelings.
Let me talk about last week. Well, no, he had a bad. He had a bad betting week. That's what it really was, John.
Yeah, I'm just. I don't even want to go on FanDuel right now.
What about Toby? You got any locks this week, Toby?
I never have locks. Sure. That's the group chat vibes.
All
I
right.
didn't set the schedule yet, but
All right, let me go to pick them last week real quick. Eagles, Dolphins. Jordan right only one had the Eagles. Ravens, Lions. Jordan and Toby had the Ravens. He's right. Me, you, and Daryl had the Lions, Jeff. And Packers and Broncos, Jordan and Daryl had the Packers. Jeff, me, and Toby had the Broncos. Daryl, you were 0. Daryl, you were 0-3 last week, Daryl. No pickers for you. Toby, you were 2-1. Jeff was 3-0, surprisingly.
How if I picked the Lions?
Oh no, I'm sorry. You were 2-1. I'm sorry, you were 2-1.
Be some honest.
I was 1-2, and Jordan was 2-1 last
Some
week.
integrity over here.
So what's the overall?
I gotta go back and calculate it, but right now you should be up by 2 games on everybody.
Where Toby at?
Toby,
I'm still coming back.
yeah. This week though, real quick for me in the show: Vikings, Packers, Niners, Bengals, Browns, Seahawks. It's right there at the bottom, right there.
Well, I'm definitely taking the Vikings.
Hold on, wait. Are you picking your pickers up right now?
Yeah, no, I'm going rapid fire.
All right.
Vikings. Vikings. Bengals.
Who's going? Toby
One
or
at a time,
Jordan?
man.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
This is too easy. Vikings. I'm going Vikings. I'm going Bengals, and I'm going Seahawks.
Vikings, Bengals, Seahawks. All right.
You know, been terrible.
Jordan, what you got then, bro?
I'm going with the Vikings. I'm actually going to go with San Francisco.
I knew you were gonna do that, bro. I knew you were.
And then that Cleveland game is at Seattle. PJ Walker is a starter. I like the Browns' defense. They can man up against those receivers and they can rush the pass. It's a tough one, Mike.
It
It's
is.
a good call.
Well, who you had? Toby, you had Seahawks or Browns? My fault.
Seattle.
Yes, Seattle. Okay.
No
Seattle just signed Frank Clark. Is he gonna play?
Who?
They signed Frank Clark. I'm gonna take Seattle. They're home. I'll take Seattle. They're making up there. That's a tough pick.
It is. Jeff.
Yeah, Vikings, Niners, and I'm gonna go with the Browns. Defense travels.
Oh, you got Niners too, huh? Okay.
Yeah, with the Bengals. Let me get right. Oh wow, that's the Bengals.
Yeah, who you thought it was?
I don't even know. I just wasn't even reading it. Really, I just heard Niners, and I was just like, all right, I'm gonna go with them, thinking they got to bounce back and prove. But I'm still going with the Niners. They gonna bounce back.
All right.
3-game slide. I don't see that.
No Purdy.
No Purdy. Well, I'm gonna trust Jordan boy, Josh Darnold, whatever his name
Sam
is.
Darnold.
whoever he is.
Not Josh Darnold. Daryl, what you got, bro?
I got Vikings, Bengals, and Seahawks. Like AFC North too congested. I need one of these teams start losing, so I got Seahawks.
You got Vikings, Bengals, Seahawks?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, Jeff, who you pick with the Browns and the Seahawks?
I'm probably the Browns. I said
Jeff had the Browns.
Travel.
And Seahawks coming off a bye, right?
This is my week to come
They
back.
lost last
They
week.
played last week.
They won last week.
They look.
They won.
Gino's still terrible looking.
Who?
In division.
You know?
Oh, Gino.
Gino's terrible. He got paid that money, didn't
Gino ain't ass, bro.
he? Gino ass.
Nah, you tripping.
He could be claiming anybody, bro.
he probably Gino League too, yeah.
Like, man.
Hey, I'm gonna go with the Vikings too. I'm about to put the Vikings game.
Nah,
Right,
you tripping, bro. You tripping, bro.
You tripping,
I bet you
man.
take Gino over Jimmy G, nigga.
Nah, I definitely won't.
Nah, you smoking crazy, dude.
That Niners Bengals game is tough, man. But I think I'm going with I like this gonna be tough, man.
And Mike, your boy T. Higgins been ass this year.
He was hurt. He missed the game too, I think, or two.
A game, nigga. 6 other games.
The niggas talk about
Joe
my boy
Mixon too. He
Devontae.
ain't really got off it either.
And first of all, Burrow wasn't playing good for like 3 games. So what the fuck out of here, man?
Yeah, Higgins is yams.
Nah. I mean, honestly, Smith ain't been good either. So that was a good debate. Honestly, so Devontae. I'm just saying.
Man, Devontae, the best receiver on the third receiver out there.
No, who? The pack. I'm about to say, don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. You already knew that was crazy when you said it, bro.
Yeah. That's why I took a poll.
Nah.
Like, all right, this is crazy.
Nah, I was playing. I'm fucking with you, but AJ, I got the best receiver sitting here right now.
You do. Bengals. I'm going with the Bengals. So I got Vikings, Bengals, and I'm with Jeff and the Browns, man. I think that defense is going to travel. I agree with that. I think they're going to be on Geno ass, honestly.
Yeah, that might be right. Yeah.
All right, we done, man. Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for watching. People watching. Thanks for coming on, guys, as usual. You know, it's always a lot of fun, man, with you guys. So we'll see you on the next week. Look at these picks, crazy takes, man. We'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good night, man.
Raiders going to be 4-4.
Stop it.
Yo, Mike.